because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like Black women, but Black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
What Black community? It's a Black environment with Black women and Black children in it.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
It's Uncle Remus, spinning his warm, funny stories.
What Black women are doing, I don't care. They're their own group. When they decide to work with us, they will. Otherwise, they won't. And they don't have to. They have their own power, their own productivity. They don't need us for anything. And I'm okay with that.
The key to happiness is to eliminate all Black women from your life. I mean, look at me. No Black women in my life. Look how happy I am. I'm happy as a nigga with a new gun.
Now, Once more into the breach. We are back. We are back, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Thank you all for tuning in one more time.
Hey, you know what? Let me hit that.
Really?
Smoke them if you got them, boys.
I am certain that you cannot.
It's Misogyny Day
Weed in the 90s.
in the Gulag.
Right, the 90s.
We're bringing back the Church of Misogyny. I feel like we're about due for another sermon. Some of these niggas, they have a hard time keeping the faith. Honestly, that's why you go to church every Sunday, because it's difficult to keep the faith all on your own. But that's why we're here. We're keeping the faith. Let the Church of Misogyny say amen. Black men lately are getting hit from every angle with the label of sexism and misogyny. They're basically calling black men white bigots. And as a guy who's been saying for a while now, I'm going to need you to respect me like you respect the white man. I'm good with that. When I say respect me like you respect the white man, that also means you have to respect my fucking misogyny. Just like you respect the white man's misogyny. Nobody blinks when the white man says women shouldn't be doing this and women shouldn't be doing that. They just be like, oh, crazy Caucasian crackers and those woman rules again. But when a black man says, I don't like the way these women are talking, they be like, oh my God, you got a black mama. No, I'm going to need you to respect my misogyny just like you respect that white man's misogyny. Oh, it's going up in here today. That's all it is. If you can't respect my misogyny like you respect the white man's misogyny, then it's going up. Club going up on a Tuesday. How about that shit? How about that? Oh, it's Wednesday. Not an extra day. Okay. You will respect my misogyny. And there's just no other way around that. There's no two ways about that. It is a new day. We some new niggas. And we really getting sick of listening to these bitches talk forever and ever and ever. I was listening to Corey Holcomb do his podcast with a Cam Newton. I forgot how funny that nigga is, man. Corey is like low-key one of the inspirational founders of my Church of Misogyny. Because that nigga Corey was like, man, I just can't have a woman that just want to talk to me. Like, once you say more than 5 words, I just be like, what the fuck? Yo, Corey Holcomb cracked me the fuck up with that shit, man. Welcome to the Church of Misogyny, gentlemen. Let the church say amen.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Fucking vote. The fuck are we talking about? Y'all happy with that 85% of black men that vote for Democrats? Y'all think that's something that, oh yeah, but we da. No, nigga, it should be in the 90 percentile. The fuck is we talking about? Raising up my goddamn blood pressure. Because the one time we should come together as a goddamn community to protect black women, we can't do it. I hate this shit. I hate what this goddamn election has done to our goddamn people. You make me hate niggas. I hate you niggas. I swear to fucking God.
I gotta tell you, this has been my favorite spurg out of the whole election cycle. And there's been a handful of really powerful spurg outs, bro. Niggas been spurging hard this election cycle, bro.
They have rights.
They have rights. So fucking what, man? This has been the election of spurgs, bro.
That's why I stay away from niggas. The fuck is we talking about? That motherfucker trying to tell us that we need to get our ass in gear. That's all we've been doing in these goddamn spaces. How dare you niggas? Fuck all you niggas. I don't even give a fuck no more. Whatever the fuck happened, none of you niggas got $1,000 that you gonna put on your goddamn line for this goddamn election. So shut the fuck up, coming at me any cold type of way, unless you're gonna put some bread up on this goddamn election. Cause I'm willing to do that. Cause that's how sure I am about this shit. Cause that's how much damn for my motherfucking people I am. How dare you niggas? I'm offended like a motherfucker right now. Fuck this goddamn space. Fuck all you niggas. I'm out of here.
Your boy was really having a hard time that day. Yeah, and you know what? Earthian, yes, their persuasion tactics are horrible, but understand something. How do you sell to a customer, right? Now, we all are familiar with that famous documentary thing, How to Sell to the Negro. It was put out like in the 50s. And one thing I think that you can say throughout the entirety of that documentary is that before they ever made an attempt to actually approach the Negro to sell him anything, they made an effort to understand. And here's the key thing. Through understanding the Negro, they begin to have a bit of respect for the Negro. And then they could actually sell them things that they would buy happily and willingly and come back and make return purchases and tell their friends and all that. If you don't actually respect men or black men, how can you possibly approach us with an honest offer? That's really the core problem with the Democrats and the male vote. It's beyond black men. It's bigger than even Trump. It's a problem that they have with men. And men, I guess, are keenly attuned to this sort of thing. Whether, you know, wherever you land in the hierarchy of the world, whether you're a CEO in a corner office or you're a janitor or a mechanic or whatever, guys pretty much understand that we all sort of find our place in this giant pyramid scheme and we just, you know, go about our business, right? But you don't want to be disrespected for simply going about your business as you are simply going about your business. It starts to tear apart at the fabric of the pyramid. And the Democrats have been just disrespecting men for no good reason. Dudes just get up, go to work, come home every day. They, you know, kiss their wife on the cheek. They take the kids to the soccer practice or whatever. Dudes just been doing regular guy stuff and getting disrespected by the Democrat Party. And it's gonna pretty much blow up at some point. Nobody likes to take abuse forever. Look at this guy I just found.
You ladies don't want a felon for a president. I wish y'all had the same energy for the ones that y'all be turning into fathers. You don't want a man who has a felony to be a president, but you have no problem with letting men that have multiple felonies be the father of your children.
I think they taught him how to cook like this in jail. He didn't learn how to cook like this on the block. This nigga went to jail and they taught him how to cook. This nigga's a chef.
You ladies don't want a felon for a president. I wish y'all had the same energy for the ones that y'all be turning into fathers. You don't want a man who has a felony to be a president, but you have no problem with letting men that have multiple felonies be the father of your children. And stop lying on Trump. That man isn't a felon. I don't give a damn how many bogus ass cases they try to put on him.
Yeah, the nigga with the third eye pyramid tattoo on his forehead, that's a felon, all right? That's what felons look like. Trump is not a felon. Trump is a nigga that the system's trying to rig. Usually rich niggas rig the system. Trump is the nigga that the system is trying to rig, all right? He is not a felon. This is a felon. And I'm not voting for this nigga either, by the way, but this is a felon, goddammit. Shout out to my man Randy with the 5 ball. Said, just paying my tithes. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Took a couple days off, but we are back at it. It's like the story just never changes, bro. We got to talk about this matriarchy. The only way to fight a matriarchy is with misogyny, by the way.
I need that money.
Shout out to my man Randy with the 5 ball. Support the church of misogyny, gentlemen. It's the only church that's preaching for your interests. These other pastors, they be preaching to the hoes. There's not a lot of pastors like me on here. I think there's another guy, some minister from Chicago. He's got another strong church of misogyny going on over there. Shout out to the minister.
He murdered a father of 3, sentenced to life in prison. Kamala Harris pushed to use tax dollars to pay for his sex change.
I made sure that they changed the policy so that every transgender inmate would have access.
It sounds insane because it is insane. Kamala was the first to help pay for a prisoner's sex change.
The power that I had, I used it in a way that was about pushing for the movement, frankly, and the agenda.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
He murdered a father of 3, sentenced to life in prison.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you. Coincidentally, these are the exact sorts of men who would vote for a Kamala Harris. Like violent transgender criminals. It's like 30% of the Democrat voter base is like violent transgender criminals, honestly. Real shit. Harris supports they, them, not you. Something just came out recently I want to take a look at. There was a, who was it? MSNBC, bro. Emotional damage. MSNBC had this segment asking, are voters ready to vote for a woman? And it was like all young black folk. And man, that shit did not go right. It did not go the way it was supposed to go.
Hey, Vice President Kamala Harris, potentially the first female president, remains locked in a fierce battle with the first former president to be found liable for sexually abusing a woman. The crucial fault line of this election has come into sharp relief. It is about gender. Now, Democrats have been losing ground among a key voting bloc, men of color, particularly black men, for years. And the polls show that erosion will likely worsen this November.
Ever since Obama left office, black men seem to be key political players every presidential cycle.
Something President Barack Obama has repeatedly called out. Earlier this month, Obama asked black men in Pittsburgh if they just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. But it is not just black men. Young white men, especially those without a college degree, overwhelmingly support Trump. And Trump has expanded his outreach to non-college educated black and Latino men as well. Yesterday, I spoke to a group of black men at Kenny's Barbershop in West Philadelphia about the issue that might decide this election.
They went to Philly in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. I got some footage of these Philly niggas. I haven't watched the whole thing. I want to see what these Philly niggas got to say about Kamala. There's another one beyond this.
Gender. Obama made remarks on the campaign trail. He was at a stop, I think at Pittsburgh, right? And he said, I think there's some brothers out there who are on the fence and they're saying it's because of this or that. But I think I'm paraphrasing here. But it's because they have a problem electing a woman as president. And they're making excuses basically for that, but that's the issue. And black women have gotten our backs for so long. They've raised us up.
That's another talking point that needs to be challenged at every direction. The group of women with the highest abortion rate can't also claim to have their men's back. You can't have my back and kill my baby. It's not really how having my back works. I don't put people on my back. I don't have people behind me who would be willing to kill my children. You can't have my back and be a feminist who wants to be strong and independent until you hit that point in your life where it's just too difficult and now you need a man. You can't have my back in that fashion. Having my back because some nigga got, twerking because some nigga got shot by the police isn't having my back. Matter of fact, keeping it a buck, bitch, you making a block hide. Let them get that nigga up out of here so we can get back to work. Niggas get shot all the time. You stopping the money, bitch.
They've helped us out and it's time for you to show up for Kamala. And I just wonder for anybody who heard that, like what they thought of that.
Deeply offended. I was deeply offended. And it felt like a moment where it's like, you N-words better get in line and do what we say. And it felt like him as the czar of the Democratic Party coming down to say, go get these N-words in line. And the general tone of it was disgusting. It was abhorrent. I don't respect it. I didn't like nothing about it.
You know Kamala is in trouble. Earthian says they must be super desperate to have MSNBC actually speak to black men not on their payroll. You know how bad she has to be doing on her internal polling? Where they said, all right, fuck it. You know what? We got to actually talk to straight men. Normally, we would just put a couple of gay niggas in a suit, put them in front of the microphone and be like, blackity, black, 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 black. That shit ain't working. We have to actually talk to some straight men. Jesus Christ. All right. Everybody act straight for a little while. Everybody act straight for a little while. We have to talk to the straight men.
Out it. And Kamala, 2 days after that, is like, we love our black men. We have programs and things that we're rolling out for them, and she rolled out policy.
Good cop, bad cop.
Because I'm tired of the good cop, bad cop. I'm tired of it.
Black men have to be there for black.
Why y'all trying to police niggas? What's this good cop, bad cop shit? I thought black men get enough police attention. Why you trying to good cop, bad cop me? Don't police me. How about that?
Women in the same way that black women have always been there for us as single parents, all that and more. And what he's trying to...
Bro, again, we got to stop this. Every time somebody makes this argument, we have to have a counter. Black women do not support black men. That's bullshit. Single motherhood, by definition, is not supporting black men. Your baby boy is not a man. You are not supporting black men because you're a single mom. Wives support husbands. And you bitches ain't married at nowhere near enough rate to be taking that weight. You can't own that one. Wives support husbands. Single women support themselves on the government's payroll.
What he was ultimately trying to say is like, by not voting for Kamala Harris over basically somebody as a clown, it's almost like as a general disrespect.
But she's not the only person on the ballot.
Women are discriminated against. Women are treated differently.
As people who, every day, all day long, we are having conversations across the city in all these states.
Bro, they could never put me in a room like this. I would turn that bitch up so smoothly. as soon as he'd be like, women are discriminated against, I'd be like, how? I would have made him step on every little point. Everything he brought up, I would have embarrassed him. How? And then I would have hit him with the coup de grace. What reproductive rights do men have? Why should I fight for her to have a right that I can never have access to?
I was having conversations last Thursday, and there was a young man, just turned 18. We got him registered to vote. He went and voted after the conversation, but he led his conversation with, I can't vote for Kamala because women are emotional. And many young men, so we all here as grown men.
Opinion of 118.
It's not one. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing women.
Nah, bro. He not white. He's like Arab and Dominican. That nigga is not white. Don't let that guy fool you.
Not discriminated against. I manage athletes. They're treated like objects. Women are paid less. We can't act like women are not treated unfair. Hold on, wait, let me finish. We can't act like there's not some truth in what he is saying.
There is no truth. There is no discrimination against women in the modern world on a legal or even a broad societal level. Quite the opposite. The modern Western world goes out of its way to help protect and promote women as much as possible. If there is a way to help women that we haven't thought of yet, they're going to put that shit on the ballot next year. Every year.
I mean, Michelle Obama gave Barack a lot of credibility because if he'd have marched a white woman across the stage, he'd still be in Chicago.
Right.
So it's a lot. Barack had characteristics that gave him outs. It's easier. She's married to a white man. Yep. She's mixed. Yep. She's got a dicey history. They got pictures of her glamorous. She looks good. And you know what they say? You know, they give her the dumb blonde energy. It's much easier. It's much easier to get your jokes off.
She does have dumb blonde energy. And she's not even a fucking blonde, which is kind of a waste. Like, if you're going to be that dumb, you could at least be blonde. Jesus Christ. This bitch fucking up the bag at every turn. I swear to God.
And everybody cracking up, thinking it's funny, laughing. And when it's easier to get your jokes off, it just is. And it's unfortunate that, like, we grew up in a culture where those are sort of things that we talked about.
While Trump is eating into the Democrats' lead with black voters, the men I spoke to were quick to point out that black men, young and old, still overwhelmingly support Harris. The real issue, they say, lies with other voting blocs.
There it is. Right there. The real issue lies with other voting blocs. Black men are the most progressive men in all of American politics, which from a political standpoint, that basically means you niggas are gay. Your vote is indistinguishable from the lesbian vote, from the feminist vote, from the baby mama vote, from the twerking BBL nigga vote. You niggas vote gay. Reliably, loyally gay. That's basically, no, I'm not playing that fucking song, Trey. You niggas get back. That song is not, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not. The Church of Misogyny will not allow that today. But I stand by the shit I said. Your vote is indistinguishable from all the zesty votes out there. Why is the black male vote the gayest male vote of all the male votes? We must do some soul searching, some internal calculus. You know, we have to figure this shit out. Well, y'all have to figure it out. I already know why. Because y'all niggas gay.
So I know everybody said the black men is the biggest shift in numbers. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't believe it. Polls can say polls, all that stuff can say what it can say, but when it's time to go vote, right? Like every year it's us.
We are not the issue, but we became the issue after Trump made a play for us when nobody was talking about us. But at the same time, we can't pretend that it hasn't become a popular talking point amongst.
Oh shit! What the fuck did I just do? My bad. Hold on. My finger slipped on the button.
Wait, let me finish. We can't act like you're like.
After Trump made a play for us when.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't believe it. Polls can say polls, all that stuff can say what it can say, but when it's time to go vote, right? Like every year it's us.
We are not the issue, but we became the issue after Trump made a play for us when nobody was talking about us. But at the same time, we can't pretend that it hasn't become a popular talking point amongst Black men in media who feel like they want to be provocative and drive up their likes and things like that. Like Charlemagne is in the commercial. He's in the commercial talking about Kamala.
That is true. I couldn't find that commercial so fast this morning, but that is true. The same commercial talking about Kamala giving sex changes to transgenders in jail. They use Charlemagne the God in that commercial. And now Charlemagne punk ass want to sue Trump. He's sending Trump a cease and desist letter because he said you shouldn't use my clip of your commercial. I don't know if that's going to work. But that nigga mad. That nigga mad. It's not your fault. I mean, it's not Trump's fault you said what you said, bro. Don't be mad. That's for hoes.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
And it's cool, but he's literally and it's like, and it's popular, and we have to recognize that,
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, it's popular. People calling her a whore, talking about her history.
Yeah, why can't we talk about her history? If a man had a history of sexual infidelity, they would make it a political thing. They would be like, you can't vote for him. He doesn't know where to keep his Johnson. They would make it an issue. But when it's a woman, her past doesn't matter. You can't make a moral judgment about a person's personal history if it's a woman. But if it's Trump, oh, well, he slept with what do you call it? He slept with a porn star. The whole thing is bullshit. And this is another problem I have with the whole women in positions of power, just women in public life. It's like the rules are never the same for women as they are for men. Even when we write them down and carve them into stone, as a species, most people have a difficult time holding the line when it comes to women's transgressions. Got no problem punishing men because men can take it, but don't ever be mean to the girls. Don't scare the hoes. Well, no matter what you do, don't scare the hoes, right? No matter how many abortions she's had, don't scare the hoes.
And it's like, and when I walk in the barbershop and I hear people saying these things, I'm like, oh, you bugging, dog. What they got to do with anything?
But if the goal is to win the race, we got to put some pressure on white women, bro. We got to put some pressure on the Latino community.
Absolutely.
Why you got to put pressure on them? Do they put pressure on you to vote for white people and Latin people? How does that work?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, as it concerns the Latino community, this morning I joined Victor Martinez.
And he had a bit of the crazy eyes when he said that, by the way. Those are the crazy eyes right there. So we got to put some pressure on these white women. I don't think I want to let you get a little too... You shouldn't be all that close to the white women, bro. I think you getting close to the white women is only going to fuck black men's reputation up. You should stay around Keisha. Keisha was built to fight off niggas like you.
We got to put some pressure on the Latino community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, as it concerns the Latino community, this morning I joined Victor Martinez, the Allentown, Pennsylvania-based radio host with a massive Latino listenership, and I joined him live in studio where I got to speak to voters directly about whether Kamala Harris's gender might guide their decisions at the ballot box.
Let's see what the people have to say.
Let's hear it.
Hello, buenos días.
Kamala Harris being a female kind of concerns me a little bit.
Look, the Mexicans right off the bat. Hey, listen, man, she's a woman. That's fucking problematic, bro. Es muy problemática. Muy problemática. Es mujer no es bueno. As mujer presidente no es bueno. Meanwhile, like right now, Mexican has like a little tiny hat lady as a president. You know something funky happened over there. A lot of people got beheaded there. I know a lot of those beheadings had to be helping that little lady get elected in Mexico because el mujer presidente es muy problemos.
You're going to get my vote, but it concerns me a little bit because over the generations and years of our lives, I have never really seen a woman, other than Hillary Clinton when she ran to become a president. But I am concerned a little bit about, the fact that will she be able to run this country the way a male had done it over the decades? Will she be able to?
She no have no machismo. She no tiene machismo.
Stand on her own 2 feet and kind of deal with this situation. Being that we have Putin and so many other presidents outside of this country, another country that have such a great relationship.
And look how she just sits there smiling at the Latin misogyny. I need you bitch ass niggas to respect my motherfucking misogyny. Everybody else lets their misogyny, they just casual with it, out there with it. She's sitting there smiling respectfully. I need you to respect my misogyny like you respect all the other niggas' misogyny. Acting like I'm wrong, like I'm different. No, I'm exactly the way I'm supposed to be. Shout out to my man Pookie and Ray Ray with the $10 cash app.
I need that money.
Hashtag Mr. Misogyny supporting the show. We got 100 some odd people in here, man. Pull up and share. Hit that like button. Share the video, people. And be like Pookie and Ray Ray. Smash that cash app for me.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
Shout out to all the Mexican misogynists out there.
No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
With Donald Trump.
First of all, she's a strong woman. She's a prosecutor, an ex-prosecutor. She became a state senator. She's very strong on her policies, and she stands strong. With fear of other leaders of the United States, looking at her like she's a woman, I don't think that's going to be a problem because she knows how to negotiate.
I just feel that because she's a woman, I think she's going to be treated different. Her word is not going to be out as much as a man for some reason, which I don't think is right. But I feel that that's going to happen a lot.
Do you have friends that are not going to vote for her because she's a woman?
I have a lot of coworkers. I have neighbors around here. just because she's a woman. Oh, she don't know what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I like your friends. Sounds like you live in a nice neighborhood.
I mean, a woman is a woman and a man is a man. It just doesn't matter if what are you. As long as you know what you're doing, it doesn't really matter what are you.
This listener is writing on Facebook that the reason why we get those calls for people who are scared is because they hear from the media and they hear from Trump how weak as a country we are. We are weak. We are weak. And so that together with a female,
right?
The perception that females are weaker than men. So that's the
That's
point.
fascinating. That's a super.
It's not perception, it's reality. That's why when you, as a man, if a girl hits you and you hit her, you're going to face way more consequence. And to be fair, if she hits you and you hit her, it should hurt her a hell of a lot more than it hurt you.
Super fascinating point.
I mean, the phones are ringing. People want to talk about it. I could tell you that I've been doing this for 30 years. I've worked in different markets. The level of engagement from the Latino community like this, wanting to talk about, wanting to express themselves, wanting to participate, I have never seen it to this level.
Interesting.
I will go even further. I will dare to say, at least within the Latino community, that people are more engaged now than when Obama was running. I think it's the drama.
The drama.
And with Latinos, we like telenovelas.
This is one hell of a telenovela.
Yes, I will leave you with this. You may hear a lot of Latino men being very macho and, I like Trump. I would like to see how many of those Latino men are influenced by their wives and by their daughters.
Or their mothers.
Because we Latino love to say that we're the boss and we're the man.
And this is the thing too. The media always likes to do this. They girl shame you. Oh, do it for your wife. Do it for your daughters. Very powerful magic happening right here. The pressure game. I wonder if the Latino community is gonna. Well, I'll put it like this. It would take a lot of time and media pressure to bend the Latino community the way like black men have basically been cucked over generations.
But seriously, how many wives and how many daughters are going to look at their husband and their father on election day or when it's time to vote
and say, are you serious?
And say, exactly, don't you dare, are you serious? And how much, again, from the mouth out and from the door out, they're, but inside, once you're with your wife, once you're in with your daughters, how many of those guys are going to be influenced by them?
In an effort to focus on exactly the phenomenon that Victor Martinez is describing there, the Harris campaign recently launched this ad. It is part of Harris's $3 million Spanish language radio campaign.
Bueno, sé que te gusta Donald Trump.
Ay, mija. You know what's so funny about the Spanish campaign? You can't fuck with both of us, right? Like, no matter what you saw in the movies, no matter what your girlfriend told you she did that one night when she was down in Mexico, you really can't fuck with both of us at the same time. And so the day you introduce the Harris campaign, the Harris plan for black men or whatever, black men were already looking at it funny because it was like black men and others. And so people were already kind of suspicious about it. And then like 2 days later, Kamala Harris has a plan for the Latin men too. And then you know what's interesting about the Kamala Harris thing? Kamala's plan for Latin men, actually, I think I have it saved somewhere. Let me show you this. Let me go pull this up out of my my bookmarks. Kamala put out a plan for the black men, and she put out a plan for Latin men, right? Let me show you something. Look at this shit. Right in the header, Kamala Harris will deliver real changes for Latino men and their families. I don't recall Kamala Harris reaching out to black men and their families. And now think about the wording of that. When you say Latino men and their families, you're giving ownership of the families to the Latino men. It's already understood in the approach. You didn't say Latino men and their mothers. You didn't say the Latino community. You didn't say Latino children, right? You said Latino men and their families. You put them together in the traditional order, right? But when you approached black men with a plan, you was like, I got weed and lottery tickets, nigga. Weed and lottery tickets. Vote for me, nigga. Weed and lottery tickets. All right, sell this weed. Hell, I even let you sell some of these scratch-offs, nigga. That was her plan for niggas. But with the Latino men, don't you want to be a strong man for your family? Bruh, these fucking hoes kill me. Where was I? We were watching something. Oh yeah, it was this.
Pero ¿ves cómo insulta a los inmigrantes? Hombres como tú. Nos falta el respeto. Mira lo que le hizo a los derechos de las mujeres. ¿Y si gana otra vez? ¿Cómo será mi futuro entonces? Papá, te necesito a mi lado.
Yeah, all about the family.
Idea of mass deportation, largely. You have criminals in this idea of mass deportation, largely. You have idea of mass deportation, largely.
These new young black, the young black men that are growing up, not the young niggas, you know, the YNs. There's a different batch of YNs over here, apparently.
You have criminals in this country who are destroying our nation. They're coming in here, getting earmarked bills and policies to open up businesses, get free housing, get access, easier access than those who are legally immigrated to this country to welfare and other benefits. So, like, as a taxpayer, we have to pay for these guys to have luxuries of life, and we don't get anything, especially Black Americans who suffer so much in the system under Democrats. We don't get anything. That's insane. You talk about Springfield, Ohio, and the whole thing with the fluff talk of, oh, grabbing a soundbite about Haitians or whatever is eating cats and dogs. Y'all trying to change the narrative of what he's really talking about.
Fuck that narrative bullshit. They're actually eating cats and dogs, all right? Don't let your dog out by himself at night.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
We might have to go take a peek back at Springfield. It's not like the problem just went away. It's not like the Haitians all packed up and went back home. It's not like they just dropped all the cats and dogs off with an apology letter. My bad, mon ami.
Change the narrative of really what we're talking about and telling us that's what we should be discussing. No, this here, this is what we're discussing. This here, this is America. And this is what America is about and what we're discussing.
Alex, I don't think Alex was ready for this. Alex did not expect to hear this from these black people. Alex having a rough time right now, y'all.
What are your feelings? And let me start with the women here about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that. And I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin. and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared.
Because she don't have no testicles. It's true. It's true. She don't have no testicles. Not a one. Not a one. Not a ball. Not even a little tiny marble. She don't have no testicles. No balls.
Because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly and about it.
We brought up.
Yo, when Putin launches that first missile, Kamala's gonna be giggling and shit. This is how America's gonna look when Putin launches the first missile. I swear to God, it's gonna be just like this. This is exactly how it's gonna be. She isn't gonna know what to do. She's gonna have a little awkward, nervous laugh. And then, you know, I guess the men are gonna have to figure it out.
Up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers, they love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect the woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America, because she don't have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. Whoa. And for me to believe
hurt feelings. Hurt feelings.
Have the experience.
Wow. I need that little Japanese guy. Was he Korean? Emotional damage. He's Chinese. Whatever. I need that one Asian guy. I need that clip. I come across it every once in a blue and I never save it. I need that clip though, because bro.
You don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy. Right. Like, you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
So the fact that she's the vice president,
that's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes. Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for a truancy.
Ooh, flawless victory. Finish her.
That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person claims to be a Black woman, but yet she's locking up Black women and Black men and separating families.
Right? Fuck them niggas. She locking up Black women, all right? You niggas go to jail every Friday night. That shit ain't really about nothing. She locking up Black women. We have to huddle up. We got to talk about this shit. Does the sisterhood know that this bitch is out here locking up Black women? Black single mothers with sick daughters who are in the hospital? Oh no. We gotta have a sisterhood huddle about this. Somebody call the Kappas. Somebody call the AKAs. Where's all them little green and pink bitches at? We need to have a meeting about this shit.
This is a thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, you know, Kamala Harris became Black when it was convenient. Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like she's wearing her Blackness?
Absolutely. She's sworn into when she sworn to the Senate, it was as the first Indian American. Thank you. Which is, it's fine.
I remember this. Who was in my chat? You know, the family was a little smaller back then. Who remembers, and I dumped a bunch of content over the years too, but who remembers where we did a show investigating Kamala's Black birthday? Yeah, right here in the Gulag, we put on our investigative hat. You know, we was like doing the Candace Owens thing, man. We was pulling up old footage and tracking down old clips and testimonials from people. And we tracked down Kamala's Black birthday was after she announced her candidacy for the presidency. We remembered her Black birthday was the day she said she wants to be the president. Because before that, she was the first Indian this and the South Asian that. We remember. We should buy that bitch a card. Get Kamala a Black birthday card. She's like 4 years old.
We don't care.
We all know she's not black. Let's understand that. We are all clear of that. But my point of view, and like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
Woo! Woo! She was about to fight you. I need the rest of this clip. See, NBC, they're not gonna put out this whole thing. They only air certain footage.
My point of view.
I feel like that lady, she probably popped off on Kamala. She was about to pop that bottle on Alex. I mean, Alex, a little thin, mixed, exotical bitch. She wasn't ready for the big mama smoke. You ain't never been hit with a big back uppercut.
But like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
Bro, she was gonna pop that bottle. It was about to go down. So she was already in there. She was gonna start clapping. It was gonna be lit. The whole room would have went dark. They would have had to call security in this bitch. Oh God, nah. Alex, she wasn't ready. Alex didn't know what she was walking into. That was like the Lions Den, but they took all the lions out and just put in some BBWs. It was savagery. It was darkness. It was absolute blackness. Alex wasn't ready for absolute blackness. She doesn't know.
And I said it from the start, this is advanced darkness. This is Heart of Darkness. This is the jungle drum. This is the fertility goddess of chaos. They're literally going to eat your balls. They're going to cut your fucking nuts off and eat them.
Whoa, what? They're gonna what? And of course, you know, we got all the Hollywood niggas. They are like contractually obligated to vote for Kamala. Whoever put this clip out, it's got weird energy. Why does it got funeral energy? This is like the type of video you put out after all of these niggas died in a bus accident in Guatemala or some shit. All these niggas gonna vote for Harris and die in all different mysterious accidents and shit. One by one. It's gonna start with Mario Van Peebles. He's gonna contract some kind of weird illness. Nigga in the red hat. Gonna die in a robbery where nobody took nothing. When black men vote, we honor the struggles of our fathers and the dreams of our sons. My daddy did not dream about this Indian bitch running me. Listen. I know my daddy. That was not none of his dreams. We talked many, many times about what he wanted for me, and never once did he mention this Indian bitch telling me what to do. You niggas must not know my daddy. That's what it is. Y'all gons. Y'all niggas wouldn't know. You wouldn't understand my daddy. Oh, Philly niggas. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. I felt like let me down. I don't even know who produced this. I don't know where this came from. I have no background on this clip. Just random Philly niggas. And black men, I gotta tell you, this is just I hate this hairstyle. Like the shitlock braids. What was the point of even putting on a suit and tie if you're gonna have the shitlock braids, bro? Nigga stuck between two worlds right now. Nigga gonna do your taxes and rob you right afterwards, bro. This shit is terrible out here.
And I haven't voted in the last 12 years. The last person that stepped up in presidency to me, I felt like let me down a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out if I actually want to be a part of it as far as voting, because I feel like it's a bunch of things a lot of people didn't do.
So it's the presidential election going on? I think y'all know that. Yeah.
All right, who's this nigga? Quentin. He already got a name I don't trust. A nigga named Quentin. You're not even supposed to have a name like that. You're black, sir. This nigga named Quentin. Deputy campaign manager for Harris for president. Okay. So this is already manufactured. This shit got more additives than a can of fucking soup. All right. I'm almost less excited to watch it now, but fuck it, we're already going in.
I think y'all know that. Yeah, I know about it. So I'm interested. I'm just interested in getting some general thoughts on the election and what you think, what you're hearing.
I mean, I'm not fully against Miss Harris. You know, I'm all for it and
That nigga
everything
named
like
Stanley?
that. But she's been kind of like the vice.
That nigga named Stanley? Fahim. All right, well, you know, like Philly.
That's 12
Nigga
years.
named
The
Fahim in
last person
Philly.
that stepped up in presidency to me, I felt like let me down a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out if I actually want to be a part of it as far as voting, because I feel like it's a bunch of things a lot of people didn't do.
So it's a presidential election going on? I think y'all know that. Yeah, I know about it. So I'm interested. I'm just interested in getting some general thoughts on the election and what you think, what you're hearing.
I mean, I'm
Stanley. All right, Stanley, a boxer.
not fully against Miss Harris. You know, I'm all for it and everything like that. But she's been kind of like the vice president in the last 4 years. How good has she done that to be able to actually step up as a full president?
Let me ask you this question. How old is your mom?
My mom is 56.
Anton, the ward leader. What does that mean? What is a ward leader? I need somebody from Philly to explain it. Is it like a Chicago alderman type of deal? Is like a sort of lower level politician or something like for the city? What is a ward leader? I didn't realize Philly had a ward. Like Louisiana has like the third ward, and like, what is a ward leader? I'm genuinely curious now. Nigga, what do you do? The fuck is you in here for? Why did Kamala reach out to you, nigga? You ain't need no haircut.
How old is your mom?
My mom is 56.
What if I told you that they was trying to raise the retirement age on your mother?
Why do they go straight to your mama, bro? Why do they always go straight to your mama? I tell you, listen, the black man's final boss is his mama, by the way. Yeah. If you can overcome the dominance of your own mom, dealing with the rest of them is a breeze.
You'd be frustrated about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's one of the things that's on the line. Trying to raise the retirement age, Social Security. You have any sisters?
Yes.
Or brother that have kids?
Yes.
Look at them entitlement programs, childcare. We come from that. Those food stamps helped us out.
Look at this. We come from that. The childcare, the food stamps. Bro, you want to vote for your own perpetual slavery and servitude. You will always be trapped into the single mother cycle because you niggas keep voting for the single mother cycle. I remember years ago when I first started noticing the politics of the red pill, right? I was on Bernard Riley's channel, right? And it just starts to become clear to me, just obvious and apparent, that the red pill has to be applied politically. Like, you ain't never gonna talk these bitches out of being what they are, but politics can change things in a broader stream. And honestly, political changes are a large part of the reason why these bitches are even worse than ever. And niggas fought me on this. And that's when I got like my first Black manosphere beef. Because I say that the red pill is inherently political, and therefore Black men should be inherently political with the red pill, which means you can't vote for the party that literally empowers the women that you niggas say you can't work with. And a beef was started.
It's Uncle Remus, spinning his warm, funny stories.
What black women are doing, I don't care. They're their own group. When they decide to work with us, they will. Otherwise, they won't. And they don't have to. They have their own power, their own productivity. They don't need us for anything. And I'm okay with that.
The key to happiness is to eliminate all black women from your life. I mean, look at me. No black women in my life. Look how happy I am. I'm happy as a nigga with a new gun.
Now, Ruckus, that is preposterous.
To this day, that fat son of a bitch still mad at me. That nigga lose frame every time I show up in a chat room or on a panel or whatever. But every day, my argument just proves itself more and more true. Now here we are 4 years later, and they basically said, you niggas have to vote for this bitch. Don't matter if she ain't even that black. So what? So fucking what? Vote for this bitch, nigga. I saw it, bro. I can see clearly now. The hoes are gone. I have removed all obstacles in my way.
So on the other side talking about, we want to cut that, we want to raise the retirement age. My mom is 56. My mom walks with a limp right now. She can't work another 20 years. I take myself out the equation and look at my mother, my grandma. I was sitting at the table, man, there. And my grandmother smiled and said, my own prescription drugs at the lowest they ever been. But she smiled. I may not ever have that moment again. But seeing that and hearing that from your grandmother, I said, I know what I'm voting for.
Niggas can't, you're not gonna, black men can't fathom of voting their way out of the matriarchy. Which, to be fair, I don't know if that's exactly how it would work anyway, but you got to start somewhere. You have to have the mind for it, right? And you know what, Grunny Monkey, it is depressing to see such low IQ easily tricked. I mean, yeah, that's how the magic happens. You don't see a lot of high IQ people going to magic shows, do you, by the way?
My grandma never steered me wrong in my life.
Sometimes it's also just about protecting progress too, because like if you think about it, you said you're a professional boxer.
Protecting progress, but who's progressed? You talked about women and your mom and your grandma, but who has been progressing?
Care about the healthcare. Like Trump routinely tried to get rid of the ACA.
Yeah, I heard at the election where he was pretty much saying he wanted to get rid of it, but it's the close thing to an all right thing, so he'd rather keep that in place until he finds something better.
But when he was president,
how many times he tried to stop it? Tried to get rid of it.
Over 30.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, he couldn't do it.
But it's wrapped too tight, too solid. He can't get rid of it.
And when he was president, 200,000 African Americans lost health insurance.
Wow.
And then when you think about all the other things like pre-existing conditions, like diabetes, insulin in our neighborhood, like he trying to.
I'm diabetic, and yeah, I needed medication before I got me a full-time job, and I needed it. You know what I mean, to stay alive. You know, insulin, metformin. You know, you need this stuff.
When it comes to health and stuff like that, I think in our community,
we need the government to keep us alive. You know, ever since the civil rights movement, black people, we've sort of replaced our faith in God or Jesus with faith in the government. You know, God no longer provides. God no longer makes a way. The government must provide, and the government must make a way.
These one of the biggest things that we're struggling with also is mental health. What's been in place with that?
That's that one right there is very, 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 very important. And that's, you know, that's something that will be
bro, this, first of all, don't no real niggas say shit like mental health, bro. Niggas don't talk like that. She providing for my mental health. Niggas don't talk like that. You know how niggas talk? I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. Nah, you wouldn't understand. My mind's playing tricks on me. Niggas don't say words like my mental health.
And that's, you know, that's something that will be a collective. mental health is very important. And like the vice president, she's always saying, like, you have to treat your mind as if it's any other part of your body. And people that we see on the streets, they live in our communities, they go in and they have like mental health problems, but there's nothing physically ailing them. So they just turn them back because insurance companies don't cover it. So one, the vice president is expanding insurance coverages to be able to cover mental health services.
And this is another insidious thing happening right now. And it's not just with black men, but this whole, if you turn on like your YouTube, just scroll through YouTube and watch a couple of videos, at a certain point, you're going to start getting commercials for like therapists and mental health. Like, why are they putting commercials on YouTube for you to talk to therapists? And if we need that many therapists as a nation, doesn't it mean that our nation is kind of like mentally fucked up? Like, we are not healthy. Which brings me to my fear about this whole mental health push. The mental health practitioners are only going to make you mentally unhealthy. Like the more therapists and psychologists that we produce, the more therapy and psychology we will need as a country. I bet you never thought about it that way, but that's how it works, both from a market perspective and from a philosophical standpoint. They need you to be crazy. We can't minister to normal, healthy people who come from loving parents with a strong Christian tradition and a moral direction in life. We can't minister to that crowd.
Yes.
No disrespect. I guarantee you, in my opinion, about 80% of kids in Philadelphia suffer from PTSD. I stop you there because I was a juvenile when I got feet, hands, everything. I got beat on by the police. You feel me? Like, I went to court, hands, face, everything. They took pictures. Nothing never happened to the police who beat me or nothing. You feel me? Like, I never got compensated or anything for anything that took in place. It just literally it got overlooked.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That comes down to voting. Judges. Supreme Court is dominated by 6 conservative judges, 3 which were appointed by Donald Trump.
Now I see this guy's job is to be a Kamala spokesperson, right? Which there's no secret in that. It's not like they're doing something subversive or something underhanded per se, but he's trying to convince the guys that, Kamala, this is why you got to vote for Kamala. And now we're on to the criminal justice thing. You wouldn't need criminal justice reform if you wasn't breaking a law. And I say that as a nigga that's very familiar with the criminal justice system. I'm just saying, life got a lot easier once I put the dope down.
But it's like top to bottom too, because like we got this like presidential election, and like y'all heard of Project 2025? Like on police accountability, like the DOJ, right? And even like I said, voting rights, they protect everything. Like it's getting rid of the DOJ, like removing their independence to be able to like investigate. So we know get rid of who? The Department of Justice. But I'm saying they should not feel like, oh, well, I run the Department of Justice, so if the president breaks the law, I can't take Donald Trump to court, or I can't take Joe Biden to court. You should be able to, right? Yeah, you should be able to. But he wants to remove that independence. No, we can't remove it. Yeah, no.
If Donald Trump become president, he's going to be the closest thing to a dictator we ever seen. His whole goal to me,
bruh. For one, I wouldn't necessarily hate that, but no, how come he didn't become a dictator the last time around? You and your army of gay women stopped him from being a dictator? Like, what if he was going to be a dictator? Why didn't he do that already? You think this time he's got it all worked out? Last time we barely stopped him, and this time he worked out all the kinks. Is that what you think's happening here? Which, this is another point I got to bring up. People talk about the black barbershop like it's this this hotbed of deep thought and black wisdom. It's really not. Dumbass niggas need haircuts too, bro. You think they get smarter just because they walk into the fucking barbershop? Do you think the sound of the clippers boosts your IQ a couple of points? Just that the steady hum of the clippers, it just like raises your IQ level on some kind of like esoteric magic level? No. You're just as dumb as before the shape up, bro. This idea that the black barbershop is this place where wisdom gets exchanged. No. I think that's that's more Negro mythology, community mythology.
It looked like for him to be the sole proprietor of everything, to say so, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. That's kind of scary, man. Project 2025 is crazy when you look into it.
I got a question though, because you spend a lot of facts and you know it. You just said Trump will be the closest thing to a dictator. That doesn't scare you enough to vote?
Well, not really, because that's why I'm here. I was open to the thought. I'd rather not be a part than be a part.
Because even dictator Trump doesn't sound as bad. On my side. All right, there we go. We're back up. Nah, I don't know. My signal got frozen for a minute. All right, looks like we're back up. We're running good now.
I'm not gonna lie. Me watching the debate, it was a great fight. I ain't gonna lie, gloves off. It was a great fight. I was leaning more towards her. She made me feel better. The things that she was killing him. She was doing him so bad to the point where I understood everything she said in clear English. And for real, Donald Trump is all about himself and his people. She give me the hope to think she's gonna.
I feel like everybody in this room got a check for this appearance, by the way. Nothing in this room was authentic. No truth was produced in this barbershop. The only real thing in this barbershop was the hairlines. Because for everybody who says Kamala Harris won the debate, and this is how you know people are lying about Kamala Harris winning the debate, right? If Kamala won the debate, the news media would have been playing a nonstop highlight reel of her best debate moments. But not only did the news not play her best debate moments, nobody who says Kamala won the debate can actually quote a line from the debate. Everybody knows exactly what Trump said at the debate because it was a huge thing that Trump dropped at the debate. And nobody can remember a goddamn thing Kamala said at the debate.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
She made me feel like she's gonna fight for me right now. So I need that. You feel what I'm saying? I need that.
Niggas is emotional, bro. She made me feel like she gonna fight for me right now. Imagine wanting a bitch to fight for you, bro. I thought you was a boxer. I thought you got in a ring. I thought you engaged in fisticuffs, my nigga. I need that. She gonna fight for me. I need that. This is what I mean when I say the black male vote is the most loyally progressive vote in all of American politics. That means from a political standpoint, you niggas is effectively gay. All you niggas is effectively gay. That's what that means, bro. Stop being so gay.
Hey, that's what that I'm leaning more towards voting for her. It's also scary because I was always raised on kind of like a female will never be a president also.
I think people need to look past, no offense, but I think people need to look past this whole gender thing. I think black women are the backbones of our household.
For sure they is.
So if they can raise us, they should be able to lead.
If we look around at
This is why Arabs, generally speaking, don't see the NOI as Islam per se. Because they've turned Islam into something black specific. And then by making it black specific, they make it black woman focused. And you cannot have a woman focused, woman centered Islam. And I'm not saying that these dudes are NOI or nothing like that, but I noticed something about black American men who are also Muslim. Because, you know, I got all kind of friends. I know a lot of niggas. I was having a conversation a while ago with two of my homies, and we was talking about politics and gender politics stuff, and I'm telling them, like, yo, you know, I was telling them about my daughter, and I was saying how I was telling her women shouldn't vote or whatever. And so, you know, I become sort of the pariah in the conversation, but one of the other people in this conversation is a black Muslim. He practices, you know, he does all the Muslim-y stuff, praying and all that shit, no pork or whatever. But this nigga tried to give me some girl power defense of Islam. I'm like, bro, good Muslim women don't be out in the streets clubbing. You don't hear good Muslim women running their mouth, blah, blah, blah. Like, the nigga really defend black woman and Islam in the same breath. And I'm like, bro, the typical black woman and Islam just don't match. Like, don't soften up Islam because your mama black, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. That's how you get your head cut off in the desert.
It's from, it was a woman who did a lot for us. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be who I am today.
If it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't have had a pair of clippers to start this barbershop.
So you look at it, women can lead in the household. They can lead in the neighborhoods. Why can't they lead in the White House? They deserve that opportunity.
Bro, how do your households and your neighborhoods look, bro? Imagine coming from fucking Philadelphia of all places, right? I've actually been through Philly a couple times. Like, it's not all that beautiful. I mean, there's some parts of it that are, you know, like any other modern East Coast city. And then there's the zombie town, you know. It's the heart of darkness. But anyway, how can you come from these neighborhoods that are violent, chaotic, downtrodden, and also basically led by women because women lead the households, and then turn around and be like, yeah, let's bring that shit to the White House?
Because if you look at it, some of the biggest decisions was at the feet of a woman when it came to us. So now let's give them a chance to sit right there.
Vote means everything to me. Leadership, someone that understands community. Community is very, very important. So I myself would be voting for Kamala Harris.
Voting means everything to me. I think in this election for
You know, this is another reason why I can't really get down with the traditional like racism babble that most niggas engage in. Because I don't think black men's biggest opponent in the world is racism. I think it's literally black women, bro. And that's not even like on some violent revolutionary struggle shit. But on a very like personal, intimate level, as a collective, black women do not want to part with the kinds of powers and autonomy and freedom that they get to operate with, minus an effective Black patriarchy. As long as Black men are unable to form networks and coalitions amongst men that can actually hold the line for standards and practices in a community, or even in a broader sense of community, as long as they can block that in whatever way they have access to, they get to maintain freedoms and privileges and the supreme victim status as well.
For 2024, I'm going to choose Vice President Kamala Harris. The reason why I'm going to choose her to vote, because me being an entrepreneur and a young business owner and having the voice, I feel as though she'll be the person representing all of us. When you look at a reflection of yourself, if you're somebody that's in that realm, I think you should go with Ms. Harris.
I struggle with it, so I say Vice President Harris.
So instead of Kamala.
Kamala.
Damn, now they name shaming the bro. This was like a struggle session. This is like some Chinese Mao level struggle session bullshit. And we only like less than a week away, basically. We're about a week out. A little over a week away from the election. So you know it's going to get real intense now. They're going to ramp this shit up.
Where she knows what the struggles we have. She's been through it, been around it, she's taking it in.
He literally, this is Common, the rapper, by the way, literally said Kamala has been through our struggle. She knows our struggle. She's been through our struggle. Like, what do you mean our struggle, brother?
Where she knows what the struggles we have. She's been through it, been around it, she's taking it in. That's when you're able to be active for those communities. If you distant from that, like, I couldn't come, point blank, I wouldn't be able to come here and say nothing if I ain't grow up a certain way or still didn't keep my foot planted in it. You know what I'm saying? And if you distant, where she knows.
Round the clock struggle sessions, y'all. Now until November 3rd. Round the clock struggle sessions. Gotta get these niggas on board.
1972. I was 17, going on 18. I worked as youth director for Shirley Chisholm's campaign for president. And I was stunned that some of the backlash she got were from Black elected male officials saying they didn't want to support a woman. They went with other candidates. I think it was George McGovern. And I hear these people talk about Black men that are pulling away from your campaign, though I've not seen any real evidence of that. Do you think some of the resistance of some men, Black and white, is misogynist? And are you proud to see that most Americans, even being polled, have no problem supporting a woman at all? And I'm one that lived from Shirley to Kamala in terms of these campaigns.
And it's
Listen, if they gonna keep calling us misogynists, we might as well step it up a little bit and, earn the charge. You don't want to be up in jail for nothing.
I have an emotional reaction to you raising the point of Shirley Chisholm, because it is on her broad shoulders that I stand, and so many of us stand.
Black men only joke about misogyny. Niggas never really do it, Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? Like, niggas only joke about it. Then he had this pastor nigga.
You said something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman. Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support.
Is this nigga misquoting the Bible? They go them AKA chicks I was talking about. Is that an accurate Bible story? Is he bastardizing the good book? Don't be lying on Mordecai.
Mordecai was man enough to know. And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman. Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Oh, I get it. I get it. When he says support a woman, that means I got to buy her like a camel so she don't walk through the desert barefoot or whatever. Like I got to, have a house to put her in so that she don't get snatched up by the Bedouin tribes running around this bitch at night. Like that's what he didn't mean. She gets to boss me around and tell me how to build my tent.
It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
In the context of the vice president, were you trying to?
I would rather vote for white dad, a white father, than the black mother. Because if you're gonna make it all about, oh, you had a mama, your mama this, your mama that, so you're making the choice between a mother figure and a father figure. The mother happens to be black, and the father happens to be white. I already know what the black mother's record is.
Send a message?
That we've got to be able to vote that misogyny is still real in our community. We've got to address it head on and not act like it doesn't exist. The reality is if black men had voted, Stacey Abrams would be a governor. And so I think that we've got to do some real redress
Listen, don't blame me because fat bitches are not popular, bro. Fat women are historically and universally less popular. Don't blame black men for that shit. Blame fat women for that shit.
After racism, the biggest ill in America is sexism. And I think it's part of the responsibility of this generation to deal with it head on.
What does that even mean, deal with it head on? Deal with your racism and your sexism. You want me to be like a dainty, proper lady? Is that what you want? They got another Sharpton clip in here somewhere. There we go.
Do you think some of the resistance of some men, black and white, is misogynist? And are you proud to see that most Americans, even being polled, have no problem supporting a woman at all? And I'm one that lived from Shirley to Kamala in terms of these campaigns.
And I have an emotional reaction to you raising the point of Shirley Chisholm because
the same bullshit clip. My bad. But there's something else going around that it's becoming a phenomenon here, man. They trying to use the balloon pop thing on niggas too now, bro. This shit is getting outrageous. Remember the no voting, no fucking campaign, and then get your booty to the polls? And the no voting, no fucking campaign was even more egregious because they had the gay nigga in there too. But now we got these campaign strategies.
It's a really nice place. Have you been here before?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here.
I said not go on a lot of dates, but
Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six.
This the same guy?
It's a really nice place.
Hell yeah.
Have you been
Same
here
guy.
before?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here.
Look, no, who wears an I didn't vote pin, by the way? Which, honestly, an I didn't vote pin is low-key based in far right. Low-key, that's like some right-wing shit. Like, that nigga swimming in my territory with a pin like that. That nigga is never going to be that based in red pill.
I said not go on a lot of dates, but
Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
Bro, they like pussy shaming or whatever. I don't even know a proper word for this, but they definitely coming at you with this, right? And then guess who it's by? This guy, Brian McBride. Brian McBride is the deputy director of creative strategy, paid media for Kamala Harris. Let me read this quote, this tweet from Isaiah Carter, who put this tweet out. You know, I've always had a suspicion that behind all this misandrous, contemptuous hostility towards straight black men from the left was a spirit of vengefulness from gay black men who never got over whatever unfortunate abuses they received in their youth or the curving they received from the jock they wanted to get bottomed out by in high school. Okay, ill. So much pause there. After nearly a decade of being celebrated, flattered, and pedestalized by a political party and a corporate consumerist culture that treats them as enlightened, higher beings for absolutely nothing but their sexual proclivities, they now use their massive social political power to settle scores from their formative years. Hurt people hurt people. It'd be too easy to call this dude a hoe-ass, bitch-ass nigga and call it a day. It'd be too easy to call the sitting vice president of the United States and her advisors a gaggle of useless, classless bitches for approving such an abominable ad. It's one thing for an online dating app to create a campaign ad called "No Voting, No Vucking," but when the message to black men from the Democratic Party echoes that hateful sentiment with what boils down to "vote for us or you don't get no pussy," LMAO, you've already let us know exactly what you are. So let's be clear, people. The Democratic Party has nothing to offer black men anymore. Simple as it gets. There is nothing to expect from what amounts to a gay, race-obsessed, credentialist, professional managerial class communist cult that treats us, that is to say black men, the way they wish they could treat white men if they weren't trying to suck their dicks every 5 minutes. Or in case of Kamala, every single night. With this ad, the Democratic Party has become the party of BMAT. Black men are trash Twitter. Of calling black men Nick Gers, a cutesy way of saying N-word online, and bullet bags and the white people of black people. Like Bunce Garson, whatever that guy has said in my earlier repost, the Democratic Party is one that demands a simulacrum of traditional masculinity whilst demanding our individual political subjugation. Reward this depravity by your vote at your own peril, brothers, and let us pray that black men and women can someday heal the divide that exists between us. Yeah. So once again, the Harris balloon pop campaign, the "You Don't Get No Pussy" campaign, is produced by one of her gay staffers, Brian with the big forehead.
Do you ever wonder why it feels like all the shows Hollywood makes for black people are so basic? That's on purpose. A few years ago, I sold my first TV series to BET, and they even told the press that they were making 8 episodes of my show. But when we got into the development on my show, they told me it was too complex. They told me to make it more simple. They said we need simpler characters, simpler dialogue, simpler plot lines, simple, simple, simple. I wanted to keep the show complex. I thought we deserve complex storytelling. No. A couple months later, an executive pulled me aside and said, "Listen, kid, at this network, we make shows for single moms at home making dinner for their kids. They need to be able to follow your show without really paying attention. In other words, make it dumber."
He's talking about a show he tried to get produced by BET and ultimately wouldn't work, but it sounds like he's talking about black politics. All right. We do black politics for single moms at home making dinner for their children. All right. In other words, make it dumber.
I thought we deserve complex storytelling. No. A couple months later, an executive pulled me aside and said, listen, kid, at this network, we make shows for single moms at home making dinner for their kids. They need to be able to follow your show without really paying attention. In other words, make it dumber. I couldn't do that. So a month later, I got a call from my agent. She said, BET's pulling out. They're not going to make your show. I was heartbroken, but I learned an important lesson. Why would a company called Black Entertainment Television want to serve their own people undercooked nothing burgers? The answer is that the Black and BET is just a storefront. BET is owned by Paramount Global. And who runs Paramount Global? You know who.
This clip had nothing to do with politics and everything to do with politics at the same time. You kind of have to see the connections, the invisible connections there. Everything is about single moms at home feeding their kids. And if you don't support that, you're a misogyny.
Do you agree that black men who are not voting for Harris and who didn't vote for you, as the pastor sees it,
hit that like button, y'all. Support the show.
As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But I want us to be really clear that Kamala Harris is doing very well with black men. Black men are the second strongest cohort of Democratic voters. What we're seeing, though, is that she is showing them due respect by actually speaking to their issues. And those issues differ.
Do you guys feel respected? Do you guys feel like she cares about your problems?
From other cohorts. I'm not quite certain why there is this panic about black men voting. They vote. In fact, they vote more than their counterparts in any other community for Democrats.
There it is. She just called you niggas gay. But she did it politely, and it was like it was a very PC way of explaining in a positive way how gay you niggas are. Like all the other men, they vote like men, but these black guys, they vote with the bitches and the gays every single time. It's awesome.
Men voting, they vote. In fact, they vote more than their counterparts in any other community for Democrats. However, we do have to acknowledge that there is sexism, there is racism, there are challenges in our electorate, and that's why.
Right, because men are naturally sexist and racist. Except for you niggas. I don't know why you niggas are so gay. I'm not the one saying it. It's they know it. They know it to be true. They don't like it. That's why they keep trying to experiment on niggas with a new masculinity. But they know, like, listen, the average man around the world is, pretty racist and sexist. I mean, there's probably various levels of either one depending on where you are, but generally men are racist and sexist. We noticed this about all the other men, except for you black guys. You black guys are special. Bruh.
It's so important that Kamala Harris is going everywhere and talking to everyone. She respects voters, she meets them where they are, and she refuses to be told that she has lost a cohort, lost a community, simply because she's different. The best candidates recognize that you win by meeting people where they are, and Kamala Harris is doing that every single day, and will keep doing it for the next 14 days until we get to Election Day.
14 more days and you niggas gonna be gay forever. In a fortnight. That's all we need is a fortnight. Remember how LBJ, he said we're going to have these niggas voting Democrat for 200 years? In a fortnight. That's all it takes. So you niggas going to be gay forever. Be unrecoverable. There's no coming back from the gay we'll be able to put on you niggas after this. In just a fortnight. That's all we'll need is a fortnight. You'll never be able to ungay yourselves after this election.
Oh shit. You'll never be able to you niggas gonna be sucking dick for 200 years. LBJ himself couldn't, he wasn't even this dastardly, bro. LBJ himself wasn't this dastardly. He just wanted you niggas to vote Democrat. Now that you already Democrat, you gotta turn your booty holes blue. That's the only next step. Now that you solidly Democrat, you just gotta go in and blue your booty hole up. 200 years of dick sucking, bro. Oh God. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna introduce a pen tax. Support the pen, y'all. We gotta open up a pen tax. Put $1 in the hat. We're gonna have us a pen in a little while, perhaps. Perhaps. Talk about these misogyny things. I should start a brand new channel, just misogyny things. It's actually not a bad idea. YouTube would never monetize it though. They would never let it be as great as it should be though. I like the sound of that though, just misogyny things. And I would like probably try to get Pearl on there too. She supports misogyny. I like that about her.
I gotta say, I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. Now I notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready.
You guys remember when we used to think this was cool? Like we used to all universally think Obama was cool. And now it's so cringe. It is so cringe. The gone in chief, bro.
Now notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
I couldn't see it before, but Obama is the CIA's version of a black man. Keep it on it. Not going. Sorry, I'm dying over here. Keep it 100 said it's not gonna work this time, bro. But nah, like look at him now. And just think about this. Just tell me if this doesn't make sense to you. If you were like a shadowy intelligence agency like the CIA or one of these unnamed intelligence agencies, right? If you were like some kind of shadowy world domination secret agency and you needed to create a nigga to be the king of all niggas, wouldn't this be something pretty much what you come up with? I feel like they tried to make Kamala in the same factory, but they like ran out of base materials. And so they just threw in a bunch of jeepney shit. They just started putting random Indian shit in the batter. And she didn't come out ugly, so they was like, fuck it, put the bitch in the game. And here she is now.
Dun, 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 dun. I thought Eminem was going to be performing. I was going to jump out.
And you notice this whole Democrat thing is basically like unserious, right? Because, you know, Eminem is legitimately a rapper. He had great times and all. I don't actually hate Eminem. I don't like him at the moment, but I don't really hate Eminem. You know, I have fond memories. The Marshall Mathers LP and all that. It's good stuff. You know, You Better Lose Yourself was a big shit. But they also brought out Meg Thee Stallion and had her twerking for Kamala. Very unserious people. Very, very unserious. The whole thing is kind of weird and cringe. Oh, yeah. I knew I had more misogyny. I just knew there was some more misogyny for me to share with the world.
Are you ready for the election?
I am actually first time voting. Yeah.
Your first
Hit the
time
like
voter?
button, y'all. Hit the like button.
And?
Support the
I
panel,
was
y'all.
going for Harris all the way. Harris is who I'm voting for, but this is my first time voting only because marijuana and abortion is on the ballot. Those are my two greatest concerns around here, so that's who I'm voting.
Tragedy, bro. Fucking tragedy. Weed and abortion, bro. Weed and abortion. I've been thinking about doing a show a little bit more serious about Black people and our future in the face of this demographic shift. Our basic inevitable demographic annihilation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that show soon. You know, don't really need a lot of video clips for that. It's just gonna be very, very cerebral and sober. Probably not a lot of punchlines in that shit. But yeah. All these bitches want is weed and abortion, bro. And the nigga's not all that much better, to tell you the truth.
If I was the president, the first thing I would do, I ain't gonna lie, I'm black and I'm proud, but I hate niggas though, I swear. I gotta find a way to put a restraint on some niggas, I swear to God. Cause like niggas be geeking, like a lot wrong with our country because of niggas. I swear to God, every other culture look out for themselves. Niggas be geeking. Like niggas are the reason why America is the way it is. And white people too. White people too, no bullshit though. But niggas be geeking though, for real. So I gotta do something about the niggas though. I gotta keep them in line. I gotta keep them in line, bro. We gotta make some laws for niggas. No bullshit.
Strictly niggas.
Niggas. That's they first. Niggas first, and then everybody else.
Shout out to my man Brian with the $2 cash app for misogyny stangs. Yes, that sounds like a great idea for a new show. We're gonna need just black men being misogynistic.
Can a nigga live? Can a nigga live? Please.
And then shout out to my man Joey with the $5 cash app for the pan attacks. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all you guys. We're gonna drop the link to the panel momentarily. Support the show, y'all. Support the panel.
Count that money, man. Count that fucking money, man. Count the money.
Are you ready for the election?
I am actually first time voting. Yeah.
Your first time voter?
It's my first time voting,
And?
actually. I was going for Harris all the way. Harris is who I'm voting for, but this is my first time voting only because marijuana and abortion is on the ballot. Those are my two greatest concerns around here, so that's who I'm voting for.
You know, it's interesting. I talk to some people and they just go, the policies, and they have no idea what policies they're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of times. People don't even know how the American government works a lot of times. So
She know exactly what she want. Which is rare, but it's actually not surprising. Bitches don't know what they want, but they know they want to get high and delete the baby that's about to happen. They don't know what the fuck they want off the menu. They don't know where they want to go tonight to hang out, but they know they want to get high and delete the baby they about to make. They know for a fact they need that shit. You know, like the way you put a condom in your back pocket when you leave the house, just, you know, you never know. They be on the same shit.
When they say, oh, Vice President, she should have been doing this, I'm like, what about the other vice presidents who never did nothing? A lot of times they be like, oh, well, why would I vote in our community, in my African-American community? Why would I vote? I'm like, well, because it affects us. Like marijuana affects us.
All right, keep it 100 says, who coming in that bitch? And you know, I would like that to be a good question. I would like to read that question and be like, that's yes, who would ejaculate in a woman like that? I would love to take that tone as if that's impossible. Bro, it's always a nigga that need a car to drive and a couch to sleep on, some fresh J's. Hell, she probably got her own weed. She just need a nigga to, you know, give her a reason to get an abortion. It's always some nigga going, bro. It's always a nigga ready. It's a whole facility. You know how they talk about the school to prison pipeline? This bitch is act 3. You go to school, you go to prison, and then you go to her house. And then you go back to prison, and you go back to her house. Like that's the other half of that pipeline is just sort of perpetual. You go to her house, and then you go to prison, and you go to her house, and you go to prison, and then you go to her house, and then eventually you get old, and you get a CDL or some shit, and you maybe work it out, or you be homeless, either or.
We get locked up 10 times at a more rate than other people. So having marijuana legalized will give us at least a chance to get ahead.
What do you see the folks who are saying, oh man, the woman can't be president?
Absolutely false. Look at Mexico. It's absolutely false. So if other countries can do it, why can't America? We're so far behind.
Mexico fucking hates us, bro. Don't look at Mexico. Mexico hates us. That's why they elected that bitch, so they can hate us harder. To look at Mexico. No, they the ops right now. Listen, mark my words. We're going to have to fuck Mexico up. All right? So I apologize in advance to all the Mexican listeners out there, but we're going to have to do some things to Mexico because y'all motherfuckers must have forgot that we're America and you're not. Like, we can stop the migrant caravans with a series of missiles. We're gonna have to do something to Mexico because they just keep pushing the people through like they hate us or something. You guys act like you want bad things for us, and all I'm saying is sooner or later, don't be surprised if a couple of cartels just get wiped out like ISIS did. Couple of politicians wind up in those hits too, but oh well, such is life.
Behind, I feel like that we need to catch up.
Said she got the homie face. You niggas is crazy. Not the homie face. Ew. All right. We're gonna drop the link. The link is officially in the chat. Join the panel at your own risk. This is not a safe space for children.
Do not love Donald Trump. If you
This guy just yelled in the street, Trump 2024. What makes you love Donald Trump?
if you're truly a patriotic American, how could you not love Donald Trump? If you actually are somebody that does your research and your due diligence as opposed to being pushed by somebody else's propagandist talking points, how could you hate Donald Trump? He's the most popular businessman in American history. If you wanted a movie to be popular throughout all of before 2016, who has the most cameos? I find it funny that as soon as he became a Republican, he became racist. But name me that racist that won an NAACP award. I'll wait. Didn't we have peace around the world when Trump was in office? Why are we in war right now? Oh, and for that daggone bill, y'all want to keep talking about the border? Well, y'all were okay with the administration giving $60 billion to Ukraine, so they can put 1,500 at the border. Here's something else deeper for you to think about. Didn't they leave millions and millions of guns in Afghanistan unguarded and unattended and left the country? Directly after that, Xi Jinping and Putin came down and gave them legitimacy. Well, what happens after that? Oh, didn't Biden give Putin access to a gas pipeline? And then directly after that, he went to war with Ukraine. And then was it a coincidence that one of our basketball stars got locked up in Russia and we traded her for Victor Boot? So we traded the Lord of War for Brittany Griner with a whole bunch of unattended guns in Afghanistan. That's what you voted for. That's better than Trump. You need to wake up, bro.
Curious what you would say to people who look at this. We've heard a lot about cutting people up into groups, which on this program we've discussed the limitations of that. But on the one hand, it is white men who are skeptical of Kamala Harris. It is white and Latino men that are breaking towards Trump.
I know what the question is. Continue. Continue.
Should I continue? You can go ahead. If you got the gist of it, go ahead.
Well, it's sad but true. Some of my brothers have been drinking that Kool-Aid. And I just hope that they get their minds straight, get their minds right in time for this election. If they're conscious, if they're aware, there's nothing that this other guy can do that's going to put us, not just black folks, but Americans in a better position going forward. So I urge, and I got to give credit to President Obama because he's been going really hard on the brothers. Some might think too hard, but I don't think so. We got to wake up, and don't go for the okie doke, the flim flam. Can't do that. We got to support our sister to become the first woman president of the United States of America and the first sister. And then for this guy to say she's not black. Has he ever heard of Howard University?
Remember when we used to think Spike Lee was cool too?
Man, God damn it, this shit break my damn heart, man. Damn.
Mookie.
Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. He dressed like somebody auntie from the 1950s with a fucking Yankee Mets hat on, bro. Look at him.
He looked like the Riddler, bro. Fucking Mookie looked like the Riddler. Why you look like the Riddler?
Look like the Riddler.
What did they do to Mookie? God damn it. Shit don't make no sense.
Even worse. Hey, remember David Alan Grier's character in Blank Man?
Yeah.
That's him.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. Says Spike Lee had his moment, but it's over. No, it's not that he had his moment, bro. We used to think a lot of this shit was cool for various reasons, but it's getting to a point where it's hard to imagine that being cool. I mean, it's hard to imagine, all right, this is the same guy, right? There's something has to be wrong if these are the same guys, right? So it's like, this is what I say about you. I reached a certain point when I realized like pretty much everything about our childhoods was fake and gay. Like this is Mookie from Do the Right Thing, right? He's in real life, he's fake and gay. And that's the thing. Like we got this sort of like media impression of people. We got the media interpretation, the media narrative of who people are and how they are. But then when we actually understand the world better and we get a clearer glimpse as to what these people actually think and who they are as people, what they believe in, it's like the overwhelming majority of them are just weird and gay.
Look at his smile. Look at
HU.
And then too, good, sorry.
Man, well, you had to make. I wish you go freeze frame to back when he had that goofy ass fucking smile on his face, bro. Look, this what happens to boomers when you leave them alone. And you think they just know it all, and you leave them on to their own devices. This is what you get right here. The Spigler. You got Spidler right here.
Spigler. Jesus Christ, not the Spigler. No, there's this other phenomena of like older male Hollywood feminist celebrities evolving into lesbians. And this looks like Spike Lee's lesbian era. He like an old black lesbian.
Yo, he sure is like an old black lesbian.
Yo, man. So, all right. So, look, Wesley put on the dress. This nigga look gay as hell. We need to go check up on Denzel, man. Make sure he ain't a gald ass nigga, man. He a boomer. You know, say he been keeping it cool for a long time, but man, he been slipping through the cracks, man. And this is his homie right here. This is his homie, man.
Denzel, the only one that don't really have no crazy rut on him like that. And Denzel, he's got a pretty solid like Hollywood reputation on every level, you know, not just on some black shit. So you don't really hear crazy things about Denzel. It would break my heart. The same way you was earlier, like, no, not Spike. That's how I'd be if I find Denzel on some bullshit. But I wouldn't be surprised if they got Denzel to do a Kamala video or some shit, man. That's
Now we know that Denzel did not stay at them Diddy parties, but did Spike did?
I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me at all. Hey guys, check out Keep It 100 later. He's gonna be going live later, man. Yo, I think you got a wrench, man. Plug your channel in the chat before you dip 100. Let me get back to the Spike Lee joint.
AKA, those two get you in right away already. You know, Howard AKA sorority. So it's I know I'm laughing, you know, some smiles, some jokes, but it's serious business. You know, it's serious business. I don't want to, you know, make light of where we are this last couple of. How many days is it to election?
15.
2 weeks and a day. As I said before, we got to move forward and not backwards.
Wait a minute, did he just do the same thing that he did and do the right thing? Hold on, man. Was that the same like literal line and action that he literally did and do the right thing he just did now? Look, this is a fucking psyop, man. They trying to play games on our motherfucking mind, man. Go ahead, Hood. Go ahead.
What if I were to tell you that all black culture is a psyop?
Oh, well, tell me more.
Where do you get black culture from, sir? Just as like if you had to name some places where you'd have absorbed black culture over the years.
I would have to say the church, you know, because you know we all spiritual Christians and shit. Black History Month, you know, even though we only get a month, but white man get a whole year. But all right, what's the other app? Music. Even though we promote degeneracy, death, and prostitution, same thing with movies. Where did all that come from?
Church, music, movies. So those seem to be three big umbrellas so far. Did I miss anything?
And well, motherfuckers don't read, so I can't say print media. Damn, social media, motherfuckers do get some of their culture from social media. Will it be small hats?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to make a more drawn out argument.
I can give you one. Can y'all hear me?
You got it.
What's good, Hood? This Josh. Hey,
I got you, bro.
Hey, y'all forgot school.
That's the one.
There you go. That's a great one. That's a great one. Because all the other ones you could almost put under media. So you had church, and then you said like music, movies, and whatnot. That's media in a broad umbrella.
Yeah.
School is its own umbrella.
Yep. A lot of shit that black people do, like the fashion, it's by mistake. Like haircuts and shit. Like y'all know niggas don't come to school with fucked up haircuts, but they kind of try to make it their own and all of that, like the South Side fade and all of that. School. That's where niggas get their culture from.
Now,
Embarrassment.
well, let me get you to the point I was trying to make by asking this question at all. And this is an observation that I've sort of come to. This is a realization I've had over the years. And yeah, C. Moses in the chat says, I would disagree because what you are doing, Hood, is black culture. This is the real black culture. Yes and no. Obviously, I'm a black guy doing it, so therefore I make it black culture by my existence, perhaps. I exist outside of what's popularly considered black culture. Like what I'm doing right now is outside of the popular understanding of this concept. And I think over time, especially with the advent of like Hollywood and mass media, and then like this national school system, like you mentioned, the school, and then even the church in its own storyline, it's happened to the church too. But these things have, instead of transmitting culture to us, they actually manufacture culture and opinion and then disseminate it to us, and then we absorb and consume this as culture. And there's a gray line, perhaps. Some things do sort of spring up organically, but a lot of what is considered black culture is actually like well crafted by media and other institutional forces. And I don't know how much of so-called black culture is at this point truly authentic, the way C. Moses is arguing.
Hey, let me jump in here real quick, guys. Hood, what up, bro? How are you? Gentlemen, how's everyone doing?
What's going on, American man? What up?
See, I say this and I've said it before. Blackness, black culture, it's all created and manufactured by the white liberal. It's black culture is all everything that white liberals want, right? If you notice, you're not black if you don't vote Democrat. Like that's a thing that actually goes on. That is said. If you don't vote Democrat, you're not black. And of course, Democrats and liberals are, they're one and the same. Dude, blackness is just blackness and black culture, dude. It's just what? It's something created by, liberal hats, bro. That's it. Black people don't do nothing outside of what Democrats tell them to do or not to do. None of their thoughts, none of it. It's all manufactured to them by Democrats. That's why they vote Democrat 90%.
Yeah, it's like a bitter pill, but I realize this is why it's actually so hard to kind of have the sort of conversations that we have in this channel. It's hard to have these sorts of conversations in a broader black space, because what you're actually dealing with isn't necessarily people who've come to these conclusions through their own logical process, but people who are kind of given the conclusions and not necessarily even bothered to consider them all, right? This is what I realize about a lot of black culture. It's almost on autopilot. There isn't a lot of internal reflection going on at this point. Trey to MBD, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Man, you sounded the freaking wabbit alarm, man, when you started talking about black culture. Is it a real thing? Manufactured? Does it even exist? And of course not, man. Not even what you're doing up here is black culture. This is just American culture. American culture is based off of conflict resolution, motherfuckers getting mad and handling business.
Right, I'm just a
That's
dude,
all.
bro.
Yeah, it's all American culture is, man. And this whole black shit was just some Frankfurt School stuff. Hijacked a bunch of motherfucking swarthy people that were left over from the last reset were around, and a bunch of poor white folks. And the Jews, those guys were like, man, how can we control these people? Well, let's just put up some make believe stuff, because these folks over here are the ones that believe, that there's actually monsters in the forest, spooks, no less. So we could tell them anything and pit them against these people over here. But you always had a subsect of people, like I say, the descendants of Anthony Johnson, that this shit just doesn't work on us.
Who's
There's
Anthony
nothing.
Johnson?
Oh my God, man! Like I said, we got a spook on the panel.
I'm definitely a descendant from Anthony Johnson.
We got a spook on the panel, but there's nothing you could say to convince any of us on this panel, minus freaking the spook Dave.
That's anything.
The first, sorry, I got to tell him. Anthony
Oh my
Johnson
God, go
was
ahead.
a black slave. He was a black slaver. Did you know that, Dave? Hi, Dave.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He
Mr.
was
Otempo.
he was the inventor of chattel slavery, man. He was the first, the number one, man. Niggas
He
did it,
didn't.
man. But
He didn't invent it like he was in his garage up all night trying to figure out some shit. Right? It was a legal process. One of these niggas tried to renege. Literally, the nigga tried to renege on a deal, and he was like, "Nope, just for that, all you Africans got to be in slavery forever, right?" Because apparently Africans been trying to run away with scams since forever, but we figured them out early.
yeah, and that's it, man. It's just some Frankfurt School stuff, man. That Johnson tried to tell us. But man, let me tell you, like, look, man, let's go back to the 80s. We didn't got back to the 70s and 90s. We go back to the 80s. Man, it was fuck you nigga across the street. What do you mean culture? It was fuck you nigga in the other neighborhood around the way. Niggas ain't have shit in common with each other. Niggas don't even like each other now. Fucking culture.
General
I mean,
Dave.
what's this? Hood, what's this on the screen?
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. All questions will be answered. General Dave, you
No.
wanted to join the
Yes,
panel for
sir.
a reason, I suppose.
Hey, something about this is St. Nick's. What up, Hood?
What up, Nix? I'm gonna get it to you in a second. Nix. Dave, jump on the mic, bro.
I was really just checking in and see, how everybody's holding up and wondering, how you guys.
Hey,
gonna
one of
hold
the
up
things
when
about
Cam wins.
talking about
Nix,
that'll work.
I think you got some whatchamacallit. You got a lot of lag. You probably got like 10 seconds of lag on your
Oh
connection.
shit! I'm gonna call back in.
No, General Dave, step by. I'm talking to Nix. St. Nick's, you got a lot of lag.
Oh.
But Dave, continue.
I was just here to, I'm just wondering as we're getting closer to D-Day, I'm wondering,
Okay.
if Cam win, how y'all gonna hold up, just sitting here, just monitoring, make sure everything okay with y'all.
Easy, I'll tell you, bro. I'm just gonna sell a whole lot of weed to lefties and like get me a Lambo and a house in Colombia, by least. Selling fucking legal weed to fucking dumbass lefties and niggas. That's how.
Yeah, Nix, you probably got to drop down and totally like reset your connection because that amount of lag is impossible.
Wait a minute, so you're gonna turn into a drug dealer?
Like I said, selling legal weed to
What do you mean
dumbass
turn
lefties and
into?
niggas.
What do you mean turn into?
Boy, it's in me, not on me, huh?
What do you think? You think like he turns into a pumpkin at midnight or something? Like there's magic happening? Like no.
I don't know, man. He just said if Cam
You
won,
haven't
start selling.
you haven't
Selling
followed me long. You haven't followed me long enough, fool.
I haven't.
What you
I
think
don't
this
follow
is
you
like?
at all. I guess that's why. So
You think this? You think
I
this
really
some
don't care,
officer
but
Tate?
you want
You
to
think this some officer? You think this some officer Tatum shit over here, bro?
I don't know. I guess you want to
Fuck
tell me.
wrong with you, man? Fuck wrong with you, Dave?
We feel niggas over here, Dave.
Y'all still on the plantation? Y'all some dumb niggas.
Bro, the field is everywhere.
Nigga,
the whole world is a field.
Yeah, bro.
It just got offices in it full of niggas like you.
Full of what? I ain't around. I'm renegade. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm a plumber, nigga. I'm in the field every day.
Yeah, I love fucking with Dave for time,
Oh,
bro.
what y'all talking about, boy?
Dave, man. So
fuck around
listen,
and find out.
if Kamala loses, how are you gonna handle it?
Yeah.
That was a
I
question.
haven't even thought of it. That's why I'm here to even just bring it to you. It
That was
could
a question
happen.
for
I
you,
don't know
Dave.
who's going to win, but it just seems like nobody's even thinking of that part.
I mean, because it's not like the world is gonna end immediately.
Plus, if shit goes bad, that's where America has all the guns. We'll figure it out.
He said immediately. But it's gonna fall apart at some point.
The sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, we might as well shine together. Don't make me start rapping like Obama, nigga.
Yo, Hood, I've never in my life would imagine, bro, that I would hate black men, bro. This election cycle is really doing it for me.
Hey, I just came up to point out Trey is definitely on some Officer Tatum shit.
Hold on, Snowman. I got to do it now. I got to do it. This nigga hate black men because of this election. Fuck. I got to do it.
Oh, we might not have a fucking vote. What the fuck are we talking about? Y'all happy with that 85% of black men that vote for Democrats? Y'all think that's something that, oh yeah, but we done. No, nigga, it should be in the 90 percentile. Fuck. Raising up my goddamn blood pressure. Because the one time we said come together as a goddamn community to protect black women, they can't do it. I hate this shit. I hate what this goddamn election has done to our goddamn people. You make me hate niggas. I hate you niggas. I swear to fucking God. Why I say
That's just regular guy.
What the fuck is we talking about? That motherfucker trying to tell us that we need to get our ass in gear. That's all we've been doing in these goddamn spaces. How dare you niggas? Fuck all you niggas. I don't even give a fuck no more.
He sound like he needs some
What
pussy.
the fuck happened? None of you niggas got $1,000 that you gonna put on your goddamn line for this goddamn election. So shut the fuck up, coming at me any cold type of way, unless you're gonna put some bread up on this goddamn election. Cause I'm willing to do that. Cause that's how sure I am about this shit.
Wait, so he gonna pay me to vote?
Yeah,
I'll vote now.
How dare you niggas?
Yeah,
I'm offended like a motherfucker
about that shit.
Fuck this goddamn space.
How much?
Fuck all you niggas. I'm out of here.
Man.
That's my nigga right there. That's my favorite nigga of this election.
I heard of the mad rapper. What would we call this individual? The mad
voter.
Democrat? The mad
All I
voter.
kept hearing is he's gonna pay me for a vote. How much?
He's crying Kanye.
Well, you might win $1 million if you sign up with Elon Musk. No bullshit. That's a real thing.
What? What's going on with Elon?
Yo, go sign up with Elon's pack or whatever, and it's like a raffle or something.
You gotta live in Pennsylvania to get that.
Oh, damn.
I can make that shit happen.
I could already make it happen.
Right. So what is he saying? I ain't got to give him no money, do I?
No, motherfucker, you just got to join the pack and pledge to, I don't even know. I just know you got to join a little pack, and I don't know what it is after that.
I ain't got to do shit.
I think it's like the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. You just got to be in it to win it.
I'm on it. Let's go make some money out this shit. I'm tired of arguing.
They're trying to get that reparations by hook or by crook.
Man, by any means necessary, man. Shit.
I had a clip.
Can we go back and discuss Spike Lee dressing like the Niggler?
Yeah, listen.
The what?
You heard him.
I'm tired of these honkies coming over here and trying to just jump in and shit. Fucking.
Well, he waited respectfully before he dropped the slur.
I did. I didn't just come in on it. I waited. I eased into it.
It wasn't even a full slur. Yeah, that's what I called in for.
It wasn't even a full slur.
Spike Lee, fuck y'all.
It wasn't even a full slur, David. It was a
modified
slur.
Sprinkle some meth on your cake. I don't give a shit. Don't make me sprinkle this meth around and make it drug related, boy.
Don't threaten me with a good time, motherfucker.
Don't make me sprinkle a little bit and call.
I ain't never heard. That was such a frustrated jab.
Yeah, man. That's the only way you're gonna get better. Under pressure,
oh shit! All right, listen. That we gonna move on from that one. That was fun. You see how much fun you can have with racism, y'all? Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about being men.
Alone, man.
Let's talk. Dave's mad. Let's talk about being men with daughters.
To all the dads out
Oh,
there,
that's
I
a
would
girl?
say this is the time to really show your support for your daughters.
What do I love about being a girl dad? I love how much smarter she is than all the guys in the room already. I can tell that she's going to be a powerhouse. She is already at 2.5.
My daughter's 22 and a half, is a feminist, incredibly strong, and has really just inspired me in so many ways. I love her.
I'm the proud dad of Ella over here.
My vote.
God, I thought that was a dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought you were playing the 2025 draft prospects. That's a girl.
Nope.
Too
Rewind.
short for the WNBA.
No
But
way.
no.
Rewind.
Listen. Well, I didn't even finish the clip, but I just wanted to point something out here.
Every bit of this is gay.
Yeah, these aren't white guys. You ever seen the hello fellow teenagers meme? This is some hello fellow white people shit.
No.
These are not white
Pookie and Ray Ray got to be lumped up with all black people. They
No,
lumped all
these are not white people, sir.
No, yes, they are. No.
Pookie and Ray Ray claim
no
the
way.
tribe,
I
just
say
like
some
the tribe claims Pookie and Ray Ray. These guys are a tribe unto themselves.
No,
And all I'm saying is,
it's all this double standard. Now you get to. I mean,
no,
first y'all gonna tell me
There's a
Not
difference
here.
between black people and ninjas, so quit.
Dave,
That's why y'all
what you
losing.
need?
Y'all keep kicking people out y'all multitude.
You know what you need, Dave? You ever see that movie They Live with Roddy Piper?
Yeah, I seen that.
You need the glasses, bro.
I see the glasses. I see.
You
I
don't,
see
you
Snow
don't, you
trying
don't
to-
use the glasses properly.
I use them. They done kicked out so many people out they multitude. They wondering why they losing the numbers.
I know what's
going
Dave.
on.
Dave, you can't. Dave doesn't
I like
understand.
what David in the chat said. They're winos, white in name only.
Right.
That's good enough for me.
Like great value white.
No,
That's good enough for me.
hood. Dave,
I don't care
Dave.
about all the other. I don't care about the other 3 letters. The first one's enough.
No, we can't even give Dave the glasses, man. He bird box, man. He already over with, bro. Bird box.
Yeah, even
yeah.
Chicagoans said that you're the first that's got to go, Dave. God damn.
I know, right? God damn.
Hey, y'all
Dave, Dave came up there and got
y'all
killed by the white guy. That's racism.
Y'all gonna think this?
Let me take that back.
Y'all think
I
this
hate
little
American
dog
men.
gonna be able to fuck with the multitude? Y'all gonna be the fallback boys again. That's the only thing y'all know. We misunderstood.
Dave, you listen. This is why the chess pawns go first, Dave, because not everybody gets the advanced maneuvers
That's why we
that
shoot
are
up the
required.
chessboard, man. Fuck that game shit. You think this a game?
It is. Everything is a game.
Real life. This ain't no
Life
chess.
is a game. There are
Well, watch
several
the
games
game.
in life. There is the game of life, by the way. I
Literally.
can tell you didn't play a lot of board games growing up.
Hell no, man. I was outside.
How did I know that?
Because he's black.
The only thing I did, I played was Monopoly.
Well, there's
That's
one.
it.
Probably
That's the board game we played, Monopoly.
That's the best
Anyway,
one, though. So,
all that
hey,
other bullshit. just
Anyway,
fine.
I was trying to make a point. I was trying to make a goddamn point.
now you don't know how to play chess, my nigga? Damn.
I know how to play chess.
That was the first board game I was
The
taught.
leaders
I'll
the
scrape the
leaders
fuck out of all of y'all in
of the
chess.
new
I'm just
masculinity, the leaders of the new masculinity are off-white, gay, and
Trans
generally
black men.
weird.
Right,
Kind of, sort of.
snowman people.
No, in
Yeah,
a
pretty
weird
much.
way. In a weird way, they're
Yes.
closer to black people than white people.
No, they really are close.
Listen,
Nah, they more
I
close
gotta
to
go to
Romans and
Rumble
Greeks.
to share the observations I've made between the two groups.
You need to take them damn glasses off. You blind.
Nah, listen.
They're making you blind, bro.
Black folk aren't the only matriarchy out.
Now, this is true. Now,
They should
now
get
the
strong. They should
now
get
the
strong and
small-
effective. Black folk
the
got like a
small
retarded
hats.
jungle matriarchy.
So why could
Mexicans got a
run a
pretty strong,
snowman?
Mexicans got a pretty strong matriarchy too, though.
and the tiny hats.
Why
I
can't he be
don't know. I gotta
snowman?
look at them closer to. I know there's argument for that, but I gotta look at the Mexicans a bit closer to say that. I know they got women who got some power in the game. But I don't know if it's quite matriarchy in the way I'm used to.
The only ones that I
speak
know
Spanish.
the only people I know that'll really slap a hoe are Caucasians.
Look, if you speak Spanish, even Italian. Look, even Italian, you speak Spanish or Italian, you basically got a matriarchy. I mean, look at the behaviors. Look at the Italian and look at Hispanic speakers. They stay with their moms till they 40. They mama's boys. So yeah.
Yes and no. The reason why I say it's a bit different from what I'm thinking about is that is relatively limited to the mom. So it's not like all Italians aren't going to simp for Italian women because they have an Italian mom. Whereas like black men are like compelled by the laws of blackness to simp for black women because we have a black mom.
I don't know. I agree to that, but I also gotta. That's a caveat to that. It gotta be a caveat to that because have you ever seen some of these Italians in your city? It don't matter. It could be New York, Philly, Chicago. Yeah, they have a strong affinity for their mother. We agree. I mean, look, they stay with their moms. They go to their mom first with their problems. They'll go to their guys. They go to their moms. And I see what you're going with the Italian woman. They're quick to go ahead and smack and choke a bitch. I get.
Don't nobody love their mama like a nigga that'll slap a bitch, bro. There's a weird dichotomy there.
That's a fact.
Wait, so never mind. I ain't gonna ask this question. Never mind.
Listen. It's a lot of layers to this onion, bro. I've noticed strange correlation between things. Like women who stay in relationships the longest tend to be the girls who get slapped around a little bit.
Because they like it.
I'm just saying, I've noticed things over the years that we're not supposed to notice about the human condition.
That's the same way about y'all Negroes.
That's why sociology and anthropology are such important subjects.
Y'all got PTSD.
Kamala is an investment in my daughter's future.
I agree. I'm right there with you. When the Dobbs decision came out 2+ years ago, I heard from Kamala right away. And then the next person was Ella. She texted me right away, essentially saying, we need to fight. This is not just an issue for women. This is an issue for men and families.
Why is your daughter dressed like a boy?
I thought it was a fucking draft pick.
I'll be the Abs apple.
Gotta go back. Just show, because you had this frozen. Go back just like a couple of seconds and tell me that don't look like a draft pick.
For what?
That's how you had draft picks. I'm just an issue for women. I'm like,
he does look like she just got signed up for a WNBA team.
For what?
I don't know. NBA team, man. Look at that Adam's apple, bro. I don't know, man. That jawline. We looking like too much like dads. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Why your daughter got such a long, thick neck?
That jawline, man. Some going on in the House of Harris and Imhoff.
There's a lot of weirdness around this guy, man. I'll tell you.
Oh man, you like redheads?
Not that one.
You fag.
Not that one. Right, ew. You gotta be gay to like that, bro. Ew. Like that's one vagina. You're gay if you want that, bro. I don't care what
even if that is a woman, what it was produced by is all fucked up.
But there's just so much weirdness in this one shot. So I mean, you got the obviously gay guy. Then you got Ben Stiller up there. Lord knows what the fuck he does when the camera's not rolling. And you got this guy here. He just skeets weirdness.
But he likes to beat on women. Don't forget. He likes to beat on.
I mean, oddly enough, that's the one thing about Walsh. About Harris. What's his Imhoff? That's the one thing about Imhoff I kind of am over. Like, oh, he got mad and he kind of slapped the chick allegedly. It's like that's the least scandalous thing about him. Like, no, I think he makes weirdos as like it's just a genetic thing. Like he just skeets out weird kids.
I don't even think those kids are his. I think him and Harris stole them from the hospital.
Everything about them is weird.
Thank you. No, Snowman. Look, you get the what's the name of the day, man? You get the prize of the damn day. Because if this dude don't look like he a flaming motherfucking white boy from the Village People type of aspect, I don't care. Look, that woman is his bid. I don't care.
What if everybody on the stage is a gay male?
I believe it.
Yep.
Everybody. Stiller, Imhoff, this
If
dude in the hat.
Hey, if they all went to Diddy parties, then it's a fact.
Well, because they're Democrats, it's not like they're against that sort of thing. They think it's cool and progressive.
Man,
right?
the rabbit hole goes down, man. Oh man, you know what?
I accept the premise that they're all gay. I accept
anybody from Hollywood is gay. I mean, come on.
That too. Which the first two are Hollywood.
Right.
Who are the two first? All right, this guy, this gay
He
Hollywood.
clearly sucks dick.
Bro.
And that's the face.
I mean, every gobbler.
Okay, keep moving, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm over here trying to, give.
Hey, all you guys on the right, how come you don't want to vote like this guy? But by the way, most black men vote exactly like this guy. This is exactly what I meant when I say you niggas are gay. Politically speaking, you niggas are gay.
When in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Your politics and his politics are the same exact politics.
Slick Rick,
fighting racism, feminism, all that shit.
Slick Rick may not be far off. He may be a gay serial killer.
You know what? I heard there was a gay serial killer. Well, there was a serial killer in Los Angeles, like in the last couple of months. A couple of girls' bodies got like found in refrigerators and stuff.
Say what?
And I'm just saying, have you seen this guy?
I used to work with a guy whose brother was killed by a gay serial killer.
Wow.
Say what?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know the guy that was a serial killer that he founded all the Aldi's restaurants or Aldi stores. Did you ever hear?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a documentaries on YouTube about him. But yeah, the guy that actually founded the Aldi's chain of stores, he was a serial killer that went out and lured in gay men at a specific park in Indianapolis and murdered them and buried their bodies in his backyard.
Whoa! You said the founder of? Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Aldi is a German store, bro.
It's either Aldi's or Save a Lot. One of those two.
Aldi's is a food store. We go to Aldi's here in Chicago, bro. That's why I'm looking like, man, hold on. The founder of Aldi's.
It was either the founder of Aldi's.
I'm never gonna walk into Aldi's the same again, bro.
Yo. Like I said, it may be Aldi, but I think it might be. It's either Aldi's or Save a Lot. I founded one of those two.
Because one brother founded Aldi's. No. One brother founded Aldi's. The other brother founded Trader Joe's. They two German brothers.
What?
So
wait, what?
Man.
Germans are into a lot of weird shit.
Wait. Hold on, man. I'm Googling shit.
Right.
Yeah, Aldi's.
I think that's the store. I may have got the store wrong.
Yeah, Save-A-Lot's ghetto, man. Save-A-Lot is in all the ghettos, man. So it's got to be Save-A-Lot. That's like the white trash store in Oklahoma. Save-A-Lot.
Baumeister.
He was a serial killer. He killed as many as 23 men in 1980. From 1980 to 1996.
Yeah.
Save a Lot. It was Save a Lot.
Wow.
Indiana, you got it right. Indiana. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find out which one.
Damn.
Actually, from
he was
Indiana.
probably scoping niggas out from the grocery store security. That one. And then he would track them down later.
Save a Lot. It was Save a Lot. It was Save a Lot. It was Save a Lot.
Yeah, but one of the guys that I used to work with, his brother was murdered by him.
Wow.
Well, how did he get targeted by
because he was a fat.
Oh.
This is a trade slow, man.
This is why.
Was it a case of mistaken identity?
You can't help some people, man. It is what it is.
All right, we got to get back to the show.
Room already. I can tell that she's going to be a powerhouse. She is already at 2.5.
My daughter's 22 and a half, is a feminist, incredibly strong, and has really just inspired me in so many ways. I love her.
Yeah, I am trying so hard to unfeminist my daughters. Because, from a distance, they're already going to have the feminism because of just going to school every day. And then, when you're not in the house
with them, that just makes it even harder. But it's like, you have to fight the feminism in your kids, bro.
Do you
Feminism
think Jerry?
literally starts at home, and you have to kick that shit out the house.
Do you think Jerry Stiller is ashamed of his son now?
Of course. I mean,
of course not. No.
Man, it's the gay
he
Hollywood
was the same way. Yeah,
Right.
he was the same.
Who is Jerry Stiller?
That is Ben Stiller's dad, you big dummy.
Jerry Stiller was on Seinfeld, right?
Stiller is like the most acclaimed fucking comedic actor on the face of the earth, and you don't know who he is. You're a dummy.
What?
Man,
Hey man, we don't keep up with like you ain't naming Eddie Murphy. You ain't naming like that's okay.
I believe he made appearances, but he was mainly on what was that? Everybody Loves Raymond. He was the dad.
White people.
Or no, that isn't it. He was on King of Queens. King of Queens. He was the dad on King of Queens.
And he was on
the same guy from Seinfeld. Okay.
You talking about the Festivus dude?
Yeah.
That's the funniest man on the planet.
Fuck yeah, he is.
One of the funniest men. What? See, you don't understand comedy. I get that.
That's why y'all ain't got no Riz. This is crazy.
Riz.
Right.
That's why y'all ain't got no Riz. Oh shit.
Do you even know where Riz come from?
You been hanging around these young gay niggas, man.
Yo, do you even know what the word Riz even originate and come from? Oh wait.
I think we're just gonna move on.
Yeah.
I'm the proud dad of Ella over here.
My vote for Kamala is an investment in my daughter's future.
I agree. I'm right there with you. When the Dobbs decision came out 2+ years ago, I heard from Kamala right away. And then the next person was Ella. She texted me right away, essentially saying, we need to fight. This is not just an issue for women. This is an issue for men and families. And this is one of the many, many reasons why we've got to elect Kamala as president.
Never in my lifetime did I think that we would be having to fight for this and the fight for our own bodies. And I think it's really important for the men to step up and show that they actually support us and they're willing to put things on the line to help us.
What decision
go out of our way to help girls? That's a trap. Putting things on the line to help girls is a trap.
Our bodies are under the fence. We got to be able to self-mutilate and kill these kids.
Well, but back to Ben Stiller though. What a fall from fucking grace. Just like everybody else in the 2000s, or the 90s and the 2000s. What the fuck happened to him?
No,
nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing happened to him. It's always been that way, man.
It's not them, Mr. O. It's us. They've always been
they're all
weird and
liberal
creepy.
hats too, right?
We just didn't realize that they were actually weird and creepy.
I mean, think about it. We're talking about a bunch of men that wear makeup every day of their life, just like women. Come on.
Yeah.
You notice they're all liberal hats, huh? You paid attention to that?
Say that again?
I said, do you notice they're all liberal hats?
Of course.
Okay. And listen. I'm just asking if you noticed that.
Be careful noticing. By the way, it starts to like snowball. You just start to notice shit all the time.
A good biopic on this is like this. Not putting a plug out for the new movie Reagan. It goes into real detail about how the small hat commies, lefties took over how. Man, see how dumb niggas are. Don't listen. It shows how the small hat commies took over Hollywood, and it shows the battle that was fought and how they eventually took it over through the unions. They couldn't. It was like a tough fight for them to try to take it over, but they slipped in through the unions.
You know who I missed on YouTube? Stefan Molyneux. He had a lot of. Is a guy. He calls himself a philosopher, like by profession. It's the only guy I've ever heard.
Stefan Molyneux.
Yeah, I've only. This is the first time I've ever heard of a thing like that. Like he called himself a philosopher by trade. But he had a lot of videos on a lot of interesting stuff, like the truth about Martin Luther King, the truth about Nelson Mandela. So like all these left-wing political heroes that like as children in school,
we might have heard about these figures and got told the heroic liberal version of their story. But Stefan Molyneux, he is the guy who would give you the more factual narrative, right? And so this is the first time I ever heard the other story around Andrew McCarthy and his fight against the Reds in Hollywood. And apparently McCarthy was right.
He was. He was.
Yeah, he was so right. And not only was he right, but he got basically his life destroyed over time because of being right. And it started a trend of, you know, the way things work to this day. And then like once I learned that about like something like McCarthy, and obviously I'm talking about stuff on Molyneux's channel back then, he had a lot of videos like that where he would just talk about, you know, the ins and outs, stuff about Dr. King's and a lot of different figures like that. And it's like, wow, we've been so heavily lied to about so much over the years that I almost just dismiss anything liberal offhand.
You know what's crazy, bro? Who I heard the truth about MLK was from a Strag channel back in the day. It was kind of like an anti-nigga channel, but the Strags were going in on MLK and they were saying this stuff about him, and it made me open my eyes. Like, okay, why are some Strags pissed off at MLK? This don't make sense.
Why are you listening to Strags and trying to analyze that shit? That's the bigger question.
Because it's interesting. That's what people do that are trying to collect data on someone.
You collect data on bitches?
Snowman, we have a nigger on the panel, bro. You gotta like, you know, we gotta let him we gotta let him get his thoughts off, bro.
For hours on hours. Get a life, nigga.
Dude, white people have been studying black people for decades, centuries, no less. Come on.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Black people are behind in the studying department. They don't fucking study anyone.
Black people study the least. It's been studied.
Man, facts.
Y'all too much, man. Oh my god.
Right, like Smoggy said, the same reason we torture ourselves when we watch my TikTok intellectuals shows. Because that's torture, but you're watching it because you're gathering data on your enemy.
I think you love it.
Man, TikTok philosophers, that's what I call them.
Keep playing. I can't keep watching this draft, man. Jeez.
There's nothing left to play.
I think the Liberty would have drafted. Maybe the Chicago. What do we call it? The Sky?
Yep. Yeah. Angel Reese do need some backup. Yeah.
Man, Angel Reese, man, what was up with that fucking quadruple dribble travel fucking layup shit she pulled the other day?
She was trying to escape from your trailer park.
That was so lame.
That was very lame. That's why I didn't even come back with anything, because I didn't need to.
Will you press play? I can't do it no more. Oh my god, what are we looking at? It's like an ostrich neck.
See that, and this is why we.
This part of the show is about torturing you, Dave.
He really gonna do it. They know it's fucking with me, so he ain't gonna need. Man, why, man? I can't watch this no more.
David, because we're all at the zoo and we're on the outside of the exhibit, bro.
Man, you're
on the inside.
This crash out's pretty nice to watch.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, you lay off of it. My weed costs more than your bitch.
Your weed got crack in it.
His weed got angel in that shit, bro.
They said we're all at the zoo and you're on the inside.
Okay, Joey Montana, you lay off of it. Shit, that scraggly bitch you got out.
You need to stop smoking them Grimmies.
One of these fucking good blunts. That raggedy bitch you got.
Like I said, Dave, you need to stop smoking them Grimmies and slow the fuck down.
No, I will not convert to meth like you.
Here you go, Dave. Something fun for you.
There we go, man. That's what I'm talking about, hood. Damn.
Welcome to the world's first.
Was that Trey? Oh no, that's Diddy.
Droid battle.
That's a Diddy droid. Off the fence. Hell yeah, boy.
I love the internet.
Off the fence, man.
I don't smoke weed. I know you poor. You don't smoke no weed. You can't afford that shit. Your bitch
I've
a dumb
never
kid.
heard that as a reason why a person doesn't smoke weed. You are too poor to do drugs, sir.
That's what. Hey, Jesus
You need
Christ!
to get your life together.
You can go to Michigan and get a pre-rolled 1 ounce doobie for $3.
He ain't got that.
I know people on the streets that can afford $3 for a doobie.
He ain't got that. What the man? Okay, I know what the doobie is. I remember them days before I grew up.
You know what? Oh, perfect. I got a story for you guys. One last story for you guys.
What story,
You
Hood?
guys think about Trump going to McDonald's, by the way?
Oh, I'm glad you went there, Hood.
That's not the story, but I just wanted to bring that up. This is the story.
Oh, let's make sure these kids get inside safe. Take a village.
About a month ago, I made a video about illegal Venezuelans taking over my apartment building. Not only did they move in and have a ton of people sleeping in their apartment on a daily basis, but they made it very uncomfortable for me to be here. They have literally complained about every fucking thing under the sun to my landlord, according to them, to get me to move out. Bet your ass it fucking worked. My landlord, who I've had a great relationship with since they bought the property 3 years ago, now is calling me on a daily basis with fucking complaints, bitching and moaning about every fucking thing they can. He's also informed me that he's not renewing my lease and that I have to move. But you know what? Karma's a fucking bitch, and he's gonna get what he deserves. They have now turned that apartment into a hostel. There is a new car full of people every 2 or 3 days, spending a week, maybe a little less than a week, in their apartment. I have literally seen over 20 different people in the last week. Not only are they running a hostel, but they're selling plates of food out of the living room window. How do I know this, you ask? I've literally just watched people all fucking day coming up to the window, grabbing some carry-out containers, and walking away. Go ahead. Ask me why this bothers me.
Bitch, you need to get a plate.
I'll wait.
I mean,
It bothers
probably
me
did.
because I have an 8-year-old child who can no longer play outside by himself with his friends because I don't trust the traffic coming in and out of my property. Also, I have an 84-year-old grandfather who comes home by himself late at night and has no way to protect himself. Or the fact that I'm a single woman. Then you ask why I should be so concerned. Why do I feel like I'm being threatened? I feel like I'm being threatened because every time I walk by them, they give us such dirty looks, mumbling under their breath, snickering and sneering. And the people are getting scarier and scarier. They're looking more and more like thugs as the days go by. Yesterday, they literally slammed the door in my son's face and almost caught his fingers in the door frame. Then my son came upstairs crying hysterically because their child told him that their mom doesn't want him playing with them anymore. I'm glad I made the decision to fucking leave and not stand and fight because honestly, I can't take this shit anymore. I'm literally losing my fucking mind.
What she was gonna do? How you gonna fight?
Wait.
Me wants to run downstairs and handle my fucking business. The new me keeps telling me you have a child and a grandfather to take care of, and you cannot risk spending 1 night, 10 nights, or 30 years in the pen. Sometimes being the bigger person isn't always the answer.
Now, question. Now, Hood, gentlemen on the panel, and especially you, Dave. Now, during the last election, who you think she voted for?
Biden.
Oh, for a fact, she votes Democrat.
Okay, so she's on here doing what women do, as usual, because they need an audience, they need sympathy and empathy, but they don't give it to other people, but they need it themselves. So she wants to go ahead and make her problem into our problem that she voted for. I'm supposed to care about this with my misogyny. Well, that makes me a misogynist, right? Because I do not care.
Hey, Hood, I put a couple clips in the back that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. They're just there to make people laugh.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna wind the show down in a bit. Let me see what you got here. I don't like using Instagram clips. They don't have good controls on their videos. Let me share that real quick.
It's amazing how black people think that all of this is a utopia being built for them, when it's really for white liberals and immigrants. No one who started this has factored in black people at all. Actually, black people have been factored out of it.
We got a good thing, honey, you know we do.
What is this?
They all know.
Is this random act of blackness?
We can't help but let it show.
I died watching this.
Oh God!
Was that random act of blackness that you just gave us, Snowman?
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
It's funny, man. Everybody needs a smile on their face. This one's better though.
Look what you got in that jar right there. So your auntie Cletus upstairs right now. That's her breast milk, man.
Oh, yeah, I seen this one before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what y'all get. Y'all always going there touching stuff y'all ain't supposed to be touching. Y'all just drunk a whole mouthful of breast milk. Hey, none of that. Y'all thought that was regular milk. Why y'all think it's in that container? She pump her milk before she go to bed. She got to make sure she good for her baby and stuff. Her baby got to drink.
This is
milk,
why you don't touch stuff
she don't drink the
that
regular
doesn't
milk.
belong to you. You ask
breast
first.
milk. That's why it's in that container. It's not in the jug. So yeah, y'all got your auntie Cletus titties all in your mouth. Yeah, titties. Her titties are like California raisins. She ain't. So I don't know what to tell you. You might as well eat it now.
They were smashing
well
too.
Eat it. I don't know what y'all sitting there staring at me like that for. Y'all might as well eat it, man. Y'all stop touching stuff. Ask questions first. Y'all ain't never seen me put milk in the refrigerator like that. It's always in a container.
That is a container, dummy.
Always a container. Y'all gonna go to get your bowls. Get y'all bowls up too. Put your bowls
they mad
up.
as fuck.
Clean your mess up. Get your bowls up.
That's what you get. Don't touch shit that's not yours, y'all.
Maybe.
Is there enough mouthwash to wash that out of your mouth?
It's not the mouth, bro. It's the mind. You can't wash your brain.
Right.
Nope. Or the thought of it. Nope.
Just so many mental barriers just got breached with that shit, bro. And you can't unbreach them now. You're not supposed to know what your auntie titty milk tastes like. even as an adult, you don't remember the taste of breast milk, nor should you remember it because it came from your mom. So like these memories just get phased out of you, right? You're not supposed to have that as an active memory now.
Man, these babies ain't had no breast milk since 1975. This is all Similac. They ain't never tasted no fucking real breast milk.
He said this is all Similac.
Yeah, I think mostly white women breastfeed.
My wife breastfed all the kids until they got about maybe 2-3 months old.
Like, bro, this is who they sell the Similac to is, women in the ghetto.
That's a fact. Does breast milk disproportionately harm black women now if they breastfeed their baby? Everything disproportionately harms black people.
There's like basically like a drinking game I was trying to conceptualize along those lines. Like you can come up with some random off the wall concept, and I bet you there is a story backing it up. Now let me do a quick. Let me go to Google. Let me pull up my Google first. I'm making sure to use Google, and then I'm going to cross reference. I'm going to cross reference.
I'm sure somehow black female breast milk is racist somehow and disproportionate.
Racism and breast milk. I'm going to cross reference racism and breast milk.
and
Let's see
see.
what AI say. Go ahead.
Racism in the job setting was associated with lower odds of breastfeeding duration at 3 to 5 months. Racism with the police was associated with higher odds of breastfeeding initiation and duration at 3 to 5 and 6 to 5 months. This is from the NIH, Experiences of Racism and Breastfeeding Initiation.
Wow.
This is a fun game, isn't it? You can cross-reference almost any two random things plus racism and get a response, and it's weird, but it's true.
Cut the check. That's all it said.
Man,
cross-reference hammer toe and racism.
Wow, you're getting very exotic. Oh shit! I forgot how to type.
Racism and breastfeeding, huh?
Yes,
Jesus
race may be
Christ.
associated with the prevalence of hammer toes and other foot disorders. Wow.
Yeah, it's racism.
Africans are more likely to have corns and flat feet than white people, especially after age 45.
I asked about racism and meth.
No, racism and hemorrhoids.
Put racism and meth.
I don't know if I can spell. Let me see if I get a help with that. Hemorrhoids.
It's HEMM.
Double R.
HE double M?
No, HEMO double R.
Yeah, that's right.
HEMO. Roy.
Double R. Roy.
Okay. Something here beyond the barriers. Let's click this NIH article. Racial discrimination and use of complementary and alternative medicine among Black Americans.
So they're going to say they tested hemorrhoid medicine on Black people.
Yeah, it's a little bit too abstract. I can't get a definitive.
Racism and meth. Why can't we do that?
Because we already know that's a predominantly white people drug.
No, we don't know.
So we can't blame white people for Black people's hemorrhoids yet.
Yeah,
the studies are being conducted right here from the NIH. I'm just not going to try to sort through miles and miles of jargon and shit. But it seems like the studies are being conducted, though.
That's crazy. That is a fun game to play. That is a fun game to play.
Dang, I see the bias. Y'all don't even want to look at the meth stats.
Just fucking shut up.
All right. Come on. What was it? Meth? Racism and meth?
Yeah, just put racism, meth.
Racial disparities and methamphetamine associated. What does it say?
It says use with Black.
Racial disparities and methamphetamine associated intracerebral hemorrhage. To assess racial disparities in the prevalence of methamphetamine associated intracerebral heritage. So is meth hurting white people's brains more than Black people's, or is it the other way around? Is like,
I don't know.
Black people meth invincible?
Right, there you go. A total of 193 patients, white 16%, Asian 61%.
What the hell is no?
Whatever that is, 23%.
I'm honky other people. Okay, we got it.
You got it, Dave?
Nah, it didn't give me. You know, they don't really give you anything on this stuff.
Go down one.
Y'all into racism?
Comparative analysis of methamphetamine use.
Fenty. Put in Fenty.
Sexual men.
Fenty. Put in Fenty.
There you go. There you go. If you're Black,
Fenty, man. Put in racism and fentanyl.
No, Dave. We just discovered something, and I think you should get your credit.
You discovered it, man. You love discovering yourself.
You wanted to go down this line.
Go down your road to discovery.
Hey,
go down your road to discovery, man. I'm good, man.
If you're Black,
you keep being open-minded.
Probably gay and or bisexual.
Be open-minded. Be open-minded, man.
Dave,
what?
Before your Tourette's, bro.
Right. I don't know why you're getting all fucking excited. Nobody said you're a gay meth head. We're just saying if you smoke meth and you're Black, you're probably gay too.
Gay or bisexual.
Why are you sweating right now, Dave?
Because I'm trying to figure out where's the racism. When is Google going to address the racism when it comes to fentanyl and meth?
Have you experienced racism while you were using fentanyl and meth, Dave?
No, I've felt
So you
assaulted
haven't
watching
experienced
so
it
many
while you're using
white
fentanyl and
people
meth.
using it around me like zombies, man. It's scary.
All right, Dave. Okay.
I've never seen someone tweaking on meth look like a zombie. I'm just saying.
That's crazy because I just Googled it. I put in WM tweaking off meth, and it's about 12,000 videos on YouTube.
Zombie land is where dope fiends live.
Right.
Meth is not.
I'm looking dead at it.
Dope fiends are
Tweakers
literally
don't
like
10,000 videos.
Tweakers
Man,
don't
just type in Kensington Street in Philadelphia. That's to get your answer.
Bro, it's a zombie land uptown. Like it's zombie lands all over black cities, bro. But I'm just saying it.
WM tweaking off
and
meth, and these
zombies are two
videos
different
are
animals,
scaring
bro.
me. They're scaring me. Jeez.
Tweakers don't turn into zombies unless they take some dope.
Right. They'll be out in the front yard with a vacuum cleaner, vacuuming the fucking dirt, hoping to find a rock.
Fentanyl and ketamine. All right, see, zombie tweakers. All right, I got Philly's done a thing.
Yeah, Philly is ground zero. I don't know why.
Philly's ground zero for a lot of fuckery.
I told you, Kensington Street.
Philly ain't been the same since they cracked that fucking bell.
Oh no.
Fentanyl and ketamine are downers, though. Those are nothing like meth.
Is that your drug of choice?
What? Meth?
Yeah.
It used to be.
Oh God, I've been joking all this time. I've been wondering why you've been defensive.
No, I'm not being defensive, dude.
No, Dave, you're the one who was getting all nervous about the shit. That's how I'm like, what do you have to hide, Dave?
Why is everybody avoiding the elephant in the room? I get it now. Okay. My bad. I didn't want to trigger a relapse.
What are you talking about, dude?
Shit. Nothing.
The only person getting triggered here is you, buddy.
Diarrheal disease has a racism problem?
Go figure.
Why do I have diarrhea after a race? That's fucking hilarious. I didn't know runner's shits was a thing. Oh, racial disparities and diarrhea-associated hospitalizations. Oh man, that's a bunch of jeets. I bet you it's a bunch of jeets or jeet-related problems. All right, bro. Indian food and American diarrhea. The racist. Oh, hold on. What is this? Foodenism. Oh wow, food and racism and foodinism. Holy shit! We just unlocked a hidden level.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But I can see Indian food being used as a way to clear up constipation.
But it might kill you, though.
Well, that's the you take that same chance with any kind of prescription drug.
I mean, at least they test prescription drugs on monkeys and shit. Like,
did you say that Indian food gonna kill you? Why?
It might.
Have you seen how Indian food is made, sir?
Right, you can only do it if it's made by American standards. Like Indian food made in
America, I went to
American standards because even in America they be dirty as shit back there. I don't like
Think about that for a second, Hood. You can only eat it if it's made by American standards. That's a fucked up statement in and of itself.
That's the only way I could even tolerate that shit because I've seen the videos. You ain't gonna fool me. I'm gonna need you to wash your hands several times.
You don't want no ankle salad?
Nah, bro. Nah, clean your fingernails too. Trim your nails. But foodinism, though, we just discovered a hidden level, a secret racism level, bro.
I didn't know foodinism existed.
I feel a little pride. Like, you ever like playing a game and you're like, finally, like it's rare. Like in all my studies of racism, do I unlock a new racism?
This is a new ism we did not know existed.
Indian food and American diarrhea, the racist American undermining of Indian culture. Fuck you. Fuck you and your gut-killing diarrhea food. Motherfuckers calling us racist. Fuck you. Anyway.
I mean, they literally put other people's leftovers and add to the batch.
Any more combinations? We just did racism and diarrhea. Any more suggestions from the chat?
Well, we already never mind.
What? You got yours off. You did your meth thing.
Yeah. I'm good.
Dave got all uncomfortable when we
Chicago
started.
and breast milk. I'll say that in chat.
I'm
Chicago and breast
the
milk.
connections between black gays and meth. Dave got very uncomfortable. It was really
he
weird.
did. That was actually kind of weird.
So weird.
I seen in the chat.
Look, they all defensive on their meth usage. It's crazy.
We played this video. You wasn't here. Granny, you wasn't here. We played this video on my channel a couple shows back, and it's a series of videos with this guy. Because first it was a video where he drunk the Indian finger milk. And then he was in the hospital about to die, which is this video. And then he did the follow-up, like after he made it to Thailand and got to like real modern medicine and shit.
Look at all the ladies looking at him like, "Oh, you're the YouTuber who
no, they're just
cream pie. We can't help you with that."
No, they don't know him. They're just jeepney nurses. They're, if he was an Indian guy, they wouldn't even be doing anything. They'd like pour some tussin on it and he'd be right back out in the street. But he's a white man with a white man's biome. He wasn't ready for that shit.
Who is J. Poe? So, Dave, you smoke some meth?
Look up racism and music festivals.
This nigga's still buying.
That is fucking hilarious.
This rising.
What the fuck is? Stay there. What the fuck is that on his head? What is that?
He got like a ponytail thing going on.
No, on his head. No, I'm talking about this nigga J. Poe.
Oh, that's a fucking bucket hat. You never see a
cut
bucket
a
hat?
fucking shitty ass t-shirt and put it on his head. He gotta talk shit about me, man. Look at your fucking swag. You got the swag of a fucking.
Hey, why you getting so offended, man?
Don't
I
fight
am
with
offended,
the chat, bro. Fighting the chat is step one to losing.
I know, right. You always lose fighting the chat. Yeah,
bro. Just roll with it. Right? Listen,
all right, man, J. Poe, you good, man? Calm down. Quit heating up.
What was I about to show you guys? Hold on. Racism and what was it? Racism and
music festivals.
Got it. Racism and music festivals.
Grunty said do racism, and he wants to talk about guys' weenies. Grunty Monkey.
Hold on.
He wants to investigate men's weenies.
Hold on a second.
I don't know what his problem is, man.
I can't read right now.
Music festival.
Holy shit. Hammerfest.
Wow.
Hammerfest. Yeah.
It's in Atlanta.
I told you it was a problem in America.
It's in Atlanta. Shut the fuck up.
It's where?
It's in Atlanta, Dave. Yeah. The black capital.
The black capital of America.
Did that actually transpire, man? You got to go to YouTube and figure out if
that reminds me of where I grew up. Like all the biker clubs, man, they had their clubhouses right in the fucking heart of the hood.
That's ghetto.
For real, dude. It was the wildest shit ever. You go to a bike party and end up in the hood.
Another 70s PSA. Nah, I got to get out of here in a second, man. I got shit I got to do in a little bit. But I got sidetracked with this racism experiment because I told you guys it was a thing. Like, and this is like a drinking game, but I can't figure out how to work the alcohol in it because we would all just be drunk right now. But this is basically the thing. Like, you can combine any subject matter plus racism and get a positive hit almost all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be spectacular, like Hammerfest.
That's how far reaching.
That is crazy. I didn't know there was a white power music festival.
You knew it. You went to it. We got footage.
No, I've been to a lot of white power things, but not a music festival.
Let me see. What other combinations can we look up? Racism and what? What is it called? Knitting.
Racism and head lice.
No, racism and tit size.
Racism knitting. The knitting community is reckoning with racism. You old fucking
It's on Reddit, dude. The racism drama unraveling the knitting world.
Wow, racism in the knitting community. I knew it. You fucking bitches. Yeah. I knew it. If we just look hard enough, we find it.
Do racism and figure skating.
Oh, we already know about that. They stole ceremonially. They stole ceremonially title. Easy. You ain't even got it. Like that's well documented.
Racism and figure skating. It already gave
me. You have to finish that shit.
When Google gives you a prompt already, you already know it's big shit.
Wow.
We don't look like them. Black figure skaters face barriers.
I remember when I was young and they kept disqualifying them black girls because they was doing moves nobody else could do.
They were twerking on the ice, Dave.
No, Sarah Bonnelly used to do that backflip in the middle of her routine. They said it was illegal and docked her and said you can't get nothing. And then like 7 years later, white person did it. It was like, oh, it's the greatest shit ever. It's like,
damn. Hey, you might be onto something, man.
I remember that.
Racism and figure skating.
I remember
felt like a thing as soon as you mentioned it anyway.
I remember when Tanya Harding came out like a real fucking G dude and fucking mugged that bitch.
That was crazy. Why she do that to Nancy, man? I feel so sorry for Nancy.
I remember when this story, the unbearable whiteness of camping. I really want to go camping. I haven't gone proper camping.
No, I was going to say that was going to be my next one. You know, racism and the woods.
It is
because the woods. Yeah, we already know wilderness is. I mean, that's where the white man went to capture niggas.
That's definitely documented.
What about racism and fishing?
That's documented also.
Let's find out racism and fishing.
That's definitely documented.
TJ Dean said racism and water.
I am not going to look up.
That's a good one because there is, because the search for clean tap water. They always try to push people away from the lake fronts and the good water.
Reading the water for racism and fishing. Ooh.
Now look, Hood, I'll be honest with you. I was always told as a kid growing up that only black people know how to properly clean carp.
Well, that's probably from slavery. It's the white man's fault.
Yeah, somewhere along the line.
Racism and existentialism. Oh, that feels like now you're getting interesting. David's like, he's like the guy from that Niggas in Paris song. What does it even mean?
After you do that one, do racism and nepotism.
Oh, you ain't got to do that.
We could crack a code on all that.
I mean, nepotism kind of is racism, technically.
How about racism on racism?
Existentialism is an anti-racism. What? Okay. This is like some commie philosophy shit here. We about to get deep.
I knew y'all was going. I knew this. Who suggested that? So we can know who the commie is. David O'Clern.
I gotta take this call.
O'Clern, he's the commie. Just put a notation on my list right here. Let me write this down. David the commie.
He said the indigenous Afro-Asiatic man invented fishing.
O'Clerngy. All right. You gotta watch O'Clerngy the second, man. He gonna have you going down the commie cesspool if you let him. Look at him. They all say I'm a capitalist at first. We'll figure it out from here. We'll figure it out. So how you been doing, Snow Man? How does world treat you?
All right. I feel like I gave you guys a fun game to try out.
This should be like just a stream game in and of itself.
I feel like I want to work the alcohol into this some kind of way, and I haven't properly done it. So just, open up, just have a drink with the boys and whip out the old Google and find out the racism. Racism, and hold on, what was that next one I was about to look up? Somebody just typed something in the chat. Taxidermy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's definitely, It's a long-standing.
Racist taxidermy already.
Yeah, see.
They done stuffed the nigga and mounted him. The Negro of Banyoles. Oh, shit.
See, I told
you.
They
done mounted a nigga. They done stuffed the nigga and mounted him. Oh,
what the hell, man? Y'all remember that movie Survive the Game with
Hold on. The Negro of Banyoles was a controversial piece of taxidermy of a San individual, which used to be a major attraction in Darder Museum in Banyoles in Catalonia, Spain. Fucking Catalans. Castilian bastards.
Look up racism and rope.
No. It's too easy. You have to give us challenges, God damn it.
I'm just curious what it says.
Like, why don't you look up milk and cereal? Racism and taxidermy. That was a dark twist right there, though. I didn't expect to pull up an actual mounted nigga.
I did.
They actually stuffed and mounted a nigga back in the day,
You wouldn't
bro.
believe all
And
this shit.
African.
Do
Bruh.
racism and engineering.
Huh.
That's easy. You gotta get something hard, man.
I'm just curious what'll pop up. Racism engineering.
Oh man, there's so much on that.
It's probably gonna be like some slave
Probably
entrapment.
it's going
No,
to be.
you don't have to say in.
It's going to be a step-by-step guide on how white people can engineer racism.
If you aren't white, Asian, or Indian, you aren't an engineer.
Wow.
Talk about you,
How
Dave.
did you find that, son? Crazy, dog. And you trying to tell me it don't exist, but everybody's studying it.
Bro, well, the funny thing that is racism is in everything. And so it's like,
I didn't do it.
I'm just saying, if everything is racist, how can we actually fight it? It's like fighting oxygen, bro.
No, it's like you gotta start lifting some weights and stop being a chump out here. You know what I'm saying? Back against the wall. If it's everywhere, let's go.
Nigga, lifting weights ain't gonna make you a fucking black engineer. What the fuck is wrong? That's why they don't let you in the lab now, nigga. White,
I can't be the
Asian,
engineer. I can
Indian.
only tackle one subject. I already did my STEM part.
God damn.
I did my STEM.
Racism and Dave.
Put my decade
You know what?
in-
We're gonna end with one last funny search. Racism, Dave. We're just gonna cross-reference Dave and racism and see who pops up.
Professional victim.
Rapper Dave calls out racism in the UK. I knew it was you fucking woke son of a bitch. I knew it was you. I knew. That's Dave's rap name, the Minister of Meth.
That's Snow. That's Snow.
Yeah, UK rapper. Yeah, Minister of Meth. He calling out racism and
I don't
shit.
even like calling him Snow because I be envisioning like a pure snowman, but it's more like, you know, you got a pure snowman and then a car drive by and splash the muddy street water all over this shit. That's the type of snow. What is that called?
All right, guys. We're gonna end this edition of Racism is Fun.
Yeah, racism and black holes. One last search.
God damn it.
I mean, it's obvious. Look at the title.
Every time I try to get out, they just keep sucking me back in.
It's definitely.
I swear, Jesus pops up on the I'm gonna die.
Cornell black hole class racializes astronomy. Is black hole a racist word? Are cosmic black holes racist? Take this Cornell course to find out.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen, I just want you guys to give me credit when you share the game. That's all I ask. I don't want $1. I don't want a dime. Just tell them this is a game that the Hoodservative invented and it's fun. But you have to be drinking to really get the fun.
Wait, you mean to tell me this is our tax dollars? This is what the finest institutions of higher learning is producing on subjects and abstract papers on this type of shit. This is what you're trying to tell me. This is coming for the transition with academia.
Look up white racism and black racism. See if there's any white racism in black racism.
All right. Hold on. White racism versus black racism? It feels like we're stretching the terms of the game here.
Yeah. Why you including them? Them in it.
No, I'm curious if white racism has gentrified black racism yet.
No, it'll never do that.
About 3/4 of blacks and Asians and 58% of Hispanics say they have experienced discrimination or have been treated unfairly because of their race or ethnicity, at least from time to time. In contrast, about 2/3 of whites say they've never experienced this.
When was this poll taken? Oh, this is pre-2020.
2019.
This is pre-2020 for the war on white man.
Yeah. It was post-Obama, but pre-Floyd. So it was right in the good times.
Oh, wow. Man. He said post-Obama, pre-Floyd.
Right.
Well, there's
a pocket of goodness.
Yeah, there was a huge cultural shift between Obama and Floyd.
Right, real shit. And that's why we can play this
Yeah.
game now. That's literally the reason why we get to play this racism search game. Everything became racist over the years after Floyd. Somewhere between Obama and Floyd, things took a dark shift and everything slowly became racist.
Racism, and gasoline.
No,
No,
I have to go.
racism
I
and
have to
fucking
go.
no.
I
Racism.
have to go. I gotta go do some shit with my kids. Listen, I have to go
Racism
do
and
Black
smoke
Daddy
detectors.
stuff.
Racism
Listen,
and
white
smoke
man.
detectors. Racism and
Listen,
smoke
white man.
detectors. Racism and smoke
Would
detectors.
you let him be a father?
This white man won't let me be a black father. I'm blaming that on you, by the way. Totally blaming the white man on you. I mean, when I get to my son, I'm gonna tell him the white man wouldn't let me do it.
That's all right, man. I'll accept that. I'll take that L.
Snowman said, "I'll take it." Bye.
Goddamn right you will.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
All right, man. We out of here, y'all. Have fun. I gotta go for real.
All right, y'all be safe.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.